Welcome to Sunday League Podcast. You know we can talk trash. If you ain't with it, you can fall back. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast. You know we can talk trash. If you ain't with it, fall back. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast, the podcast.
What's cracking, you fucking bushleaguers, and welcome back to Sunday League Podcast. This is episode 245 of SLTP. Jesse?
Yeah, sounds about right. Double checking right now.
Yes, sir. We have a special guest. Special guest this week. Been on the podcast before. Second time on the pod. About 2.5 years. Was recently a member of the SDABL League, SDABL as we call it here. Former manager of the San Diego Threshers, David Gaillard. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to SLTP, man. How are you? This fool's clapping. Jesse's clapping. We're on a Zoom call. We all sound kind of funny. But David, how's it going, man?
It's going good. It's going good. Glad to be back on. Thanks for doing this a little early for me. I'm no longer in San Diego, so appreciate your flexibility.
No, I mean, appreciate having you back on, man. I know you had your last game in San Diego as a player / manager. You know, to announce that for everybody, right? But you hit me up and you're like, hey, do you do Zoom calls? I'm like, well, I can. You know, I'm not the biggest fan, but here we are, you know. Pleasure to have you on as always, man. So let's jump back. Let's just jump right into it, bro. Like, I recently uploaded the fucking vlog from 2023 Arizona NABA World Series on YouTube. And you had your, 15 seconds of fame, of quote unquote fame, right? But no, you were featured in the vlog. We talked like two talking heads early in the video. You said we're gonna take some hardware back home to San Diego. You fast forward in the video, and then you get the flashback, the callback in the video, and you sure did. You brought back some fucking hardware. You guys won the 2023 18 minor with the San Diego Threshers. You guys beat was it Team West Coast or some shit like that. And you kept your word, man. You guys brought the hardware home. You know, brought it back for the fans. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Like
the team is pretty solid. We've been playing together for, you know, we've kind of had to alter the recipe over the years, but we found something that works, that sticks. And yeah, I knew going into that tournament we had a lot of pitching saved for the playoffs. Obviously, Kirsch. I mean, you know, he's the fucking GOAT. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's a little scary sometimes when we were in the semifinals against the Phoenix Rangers, and I want to say we were down like 2-1 in the seventh. And I'm just sitting there looking at Kirsch on the bench, and I'm like, fuck, like, Kirsch just flew out from Kansas City, and we're down in the fucking semis. Like, this is not a good thing. But, you know, just believed in our guys. Played a little small ball. I'm a big small ball guy, manufacturing runs. And, you know, we were able to take the lead. And then we had Big Zeke coming out the pen. I mean, Zeke had just got out of D1 ball. He was training to try out professionally. And Zeke, on 2 or 3 weeks of rehab, was sitting 93, 94. So, you know, you're coming out in the minor division, and, you know, we had to was pretty solid lefty. Ironically, that lefty beat us this year and sent us home, but we had a solid lefty on the mound. And once we took that lead, you know, we're up 3-2 in the eighth, and you bring in someone throwing 94, the game's pretty much over. So, yeah. And then once we got into the championship, we played the West Coast Legends. It was a repeat of our 2021 championship game against them in the rookie division. And I think we came out and dropped like 6 or something in the first inning. And it was pretty much just put the ball in Kirsch's hands and let him do his magic. So, yeah, like I said, I knew we had a solid team going into it. And we took that trophy home.
Yeah, I remember we had the championship game after you guys at Goodyear, and we walked up and we see the score, and we're like, "Oh, this game's fucking over." And I hadn't met Kirsch yet. I hadn't met him like personally yet, but I talked to him, you know, through DMs and conversation and stuff on Instagram. And I was like, okay, like I already knew he was a stud, and I see him throwing. I'm just like, God damn, like ain't no way. So I already knew. I recorded a video of you hitting. you struck out, you know. And but it was funny because like you get a strike and then you hit like a long foul ball, a hard foul ball, and the guy was just like kind of lobbing it in, and then on the strikeout pitch, he just like reaches back on you for no fucking reason, just kind of your timing was off obviously, and I was just like, damn, did him dirty.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a 10-1 game in the ninth inning, and the dude was kind of. I think he was just a junk arm, and had me. I think 1-2, and just high fastball a little harder, and my timing was off. But it was just at that point we were just ready to celebrate. Like I said, Kirsch has been our championship starter for two of our both championships essentially. So we saved him both times, and yeah, he's got his 2 rings. So it's when you can go into the championship game and you got a former minor league pitcher stepping into on the mound, your chances are pretty high you're going to walk away with the victory.
Yeah, 1000%, man.
Especially with that guy, he's just a fucking stud, man.
Yeah, I mean, we had never met him. It's a funny story. So the COVID year 2020, we made the championship. It was, I want to say the first year I took my team was like 2017. 2020 we make the championship. We're playing the Sun Rocks, and we ended up losing a heartbreaker. In 13 innings, we lost like 9-8, and it's heartbroken. I posted a picture of the runner-up little trophy, and Kirsch just responds to the story and is like, I'll come out there next year and win you a championship.
Nice.
No bullshit. That was 2020. No bullshit.
Nice. You're like, who the fuck is this guy?
He kept his word, and we just started talking, and he was just like, yeah, like, hey, I used to pitch in the minors, big time arm, plays for his home team's Kansas City Monarchs. But he's like, I'll come out and win you guys a championship. So it was kind of funny that like, I pick him up. We're playing Platoon. So it's 2022. We're playing Platoon. It's like the 5th or 6th inning. I think we came back. It was a 1-run game, and I had to jet off to the airport to go pick up Kirsch. Never met the guy before in my life. But the moment we met, it was like we were like super cool with each other. Down to earth guy, just loves playing ball. And I came back, and unfortunately that year they kind of beat our ass pretty bad. But we got our revenge, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we sure will talk about that later. But you won in 2023. I'm sure you went out and celebrated after. When you celebrate after championship, you drink a lot of alcohol. We're drinking alcohol here tonight. So let's go around the horn real quick with our fielder's choice, since I kind of forgot to mention it. David, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Founders Mortal Bloom Hazy. I was headed back to the pad and just had to stop by the gas station real quick. I'm as they said, I'm no longer the manager of the Threshers for the Sunday League team. Yeah. So I just stopped. I'm in Dallas now, and I stopped by a Quick Trip and just picked up the only hazy they had. So that's what I'm drinking tonight.
The QTs are big in Arizona also.
Yeah,
they're big out here. Yeah, I like they need some QTs out here, if I'm being honest.
Nah, you guys need a Buc-ee's.
Oh my god!
I've heard
everywhere.
Legit.
I've heard of Buc-ee's. You have some insight on Buc-ee's? Because tell these fucking bush leaguers like what they're missing out on with Buc-ee's.
If you work at Buc-ee's, aren't you supposed to be making like 6 figures a year if you work at Buc-ee's?
Really?
Managers.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's is like the Walmart of gas stations. There's like 100 pumps.
The Walmart of gas stations.
Well, it's essentially it's almost as big as a Walmart. Like they have everything you could imagine in there.
Right.
Like different types of barbecue, sandwiches, candies. Like they have a whole Slurpee, like 35 flavors of Slurpees.
Shit.
It's crazy. It's huge. And gas, I was telling the guys in our political chat yesterday, gas is $2.14 a gallon.
Political chat, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we left.
You know what politics does? It divides people, David.
So yeah, I was just kind of giving the guys a hard time and showing them, hey, this is what you get out in Texas. So
yeah, everything's bigger out in Texas, right? As they say. I see you're wearing a Red Sox sweater. Yeah. Before we get to Jesse's drink, you're wearing
a Cardinal hat.
And a Cardinals hat. Yeah, man, that is for a long time in my life. Red Sox, obviously, my squad, but for a while, the Cardinals were my National League team. For no rhyme or reason. I think it was just because they had Albert Pujols. Once he left to Anaheim, I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with the Cardinals. So, yeah. I like the combo. I like the combo. I
Yeah,
respect it.
I did this little bucket list thing where I tried to go to all the stadiums. So I got one left. So every time I go to a stadium, I usually buy like a hoodie, a hat,
Oh,
or
okay.
jersey.
So you have
And
all right. You have one stadium left. Which one?
it's Tampa Bay, but they don't really have a
Oh,
stadium right now, so
yeah,
it's on hold.
yeah. I mean, I'm curious if like you might actually end up missing on that one.
No, I think eventually they'll have to either relocate somewhere or build something new in Tampa. But
Yeah.
Right.
once that's done, I'll go there. And
Yeah. Well, would you
finish it.
count where they were currently at? The
Mm,
was it the
The minor
Yankees
league field
AAA?
that
Yeah.
No, no, the minor league field
Oh.
doesn't count. So
Hmm.
hopefully they. I mean, I think they're playing a minor league field now. I don't know if what was their old stadium called? Trop
Yeah,
Trop
Tropicana?
Saint Tropicana. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
Tropicana.
the roof blew off, so I don't know
Yeah.
if they're gonna try and rebuild that, build something brand
Hmm.
new. I don't know,
Yeah.
but when
No,
once that's done, I'll head out there and
right. I think that they did. They did start. Uh, I think the roof is done, like some shit
okay.
like that. But I mean, it was a tarp to the best of my knowledge. I think it was just like some kind of fucking like super heavy duty tarp. But yeah, enough about Tropicana. Jesse, what are you drinking, man? Hopefully, it's not Tropicana juice. Orange
No,
juice.
it's not. I'm actually drinking kind of an adult beverage right now. It's
Oh, it's not-
Sunhari.
He's like, you.
Yeah, hold on.
It's blurred, bro.
It's fuck
Fix
it.
your Zoom settings.
Yeah, apple mango flavor, Sunhari Sujo, Korean drink. It's amazing.
You never had suko?
No,
No. Okay. Dave, you ever had suko?
Sujo's
No.
good. Good enough for me. Tastes sweet, and you don't feel it till a little later.
Right. Well, there you go, man. I am drinking some hard liquor just on the rocks. It's Whistle Pig. It's blurry too, but you can see it right here in the background. It's Whistle Pig. Rye. It's a rye whiskey. Shit. Rye whiskey. It's a 96.56 proof. So
Oh shit.
yeah, small batch, aged 6 years, blah 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 blah. But Whistle Pig, yeah, I like it a lot. I like that one straight. It's got a good sweet aftertaste to it. I'm not gonna say it's got hints of blah 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 and blah 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 notes. I'm not doing all that. I could read the back of the label, but nah, pass. So, anyways, David, last time you were here was 2.5 years ago. You were on with Ethan Manning. Who else was here? DH was here, and I think Pat was also
there.
here.
Yeah, it was a crowded
Yeah.
room.
It was a very crowded room in the infamous Pop Studio. But I guess let's get to reintroduce you. Yeah, like, the last couple of years, like, where have you been? What have you been up to? You were in San Diego for a while, as we mentioned before, and now you're in Dallas. What kind of led up to all that? Just baseball wise, and if you want to share some of your personal life, it's up to you.
I mean, baseball wise, obviously, I built the Threshers. Grew up in the Bay Area, so I didn't really know anybody down in San Diego, but just through random connections, kind of put together the team and went to Arizona for my first time with the your buddy Jimmy and the EC Royals.
Okay.
So that's how I was introduced to it. For the
Okay.
longest time, I was against like those tournaments.
Mhm.
And then we played, and I realized like, oh, I could bring my team out here, and we'll probably do better than these guys.
Yeah.
So that was my first introduction to tourney ball. I could never quite get the guys to want to do any of the regional tournaments like Vegas, Irvine. I mean, occasionally I'd take a handful and we join another team, but getting the whole team to commit was impossible. But when I'd say Arizona, spring training fields, they were all about it. So I'd say like the first few years, we were really focused more on like just winning in our Sunday league. And like, I'd say like, it's kind of funny, but most of the league hated me. And ironically, like we were like the one team where we could never get another player from another team to go with us to Arizona because how much everybody disliked me. I talked so much shit.
Yeah.
And so, and there was another guy who was pretty infamous. Our catcher. I don't want to drop any names, but if anybody
Okay.
from
Fair enough,
SDABL
fair
is
enough.
listening, they know the catcher with the mustache. And me and him
Okay.
used to bounce off each other, some hard lines. And, oh yeah, we pissed people off and
Yeah.
getting, COVID year, I was actually suspended for like the first half of the season. And ultimately, like, I kind of like once we started really getting competitive in Arizona, I really wanted to take a step back from Sunday League. I'm like, obviously I want to win. I'm competitive as crap, but
You can say
I,
bad words here.
all right.
Yeah, you can
It's
So,
say bad
okay.
words here. Yeah, there's a whole parental advisory warning on the fucking logo for the
yeah,
podcast. So
so
you're good, man. You're free to speak.
yeah, I wanted to win, but ultimately it was kind of started taking some of the fun out of it. Like it was just,
Hmm.
and so we just were like, hey, let's just have fun. Obviously we want to win, but it wasn't like the end of the world for Sundays. But
Hmm.
I put 110% of my attention on Arizona. So we'd be in spring season and, barely squeaking into playoffs on Sunday league, and then, go out to Arizona and go undefeated, like when we
Right.
won our 2 championships. So
Nice.
it wasn't so much like, and to me, I had won so many championships in San Diego. I was like, okay, it's just taking up space in my closet now. Like
Hmm.
I want to win rings. So um over time we just started focusing more on that aspect and just having fun on Sundays, bullshitting around with the homies, and then just really dialing in. So we won rookie, run one minor, and then last year we made our jump up to open. Well, it was actually our
Hmm.
second time in open. We did open in 2022 and got a little taste of it. Bounced down to minor, one minor, and then had to go back up to open in 24. And that's when we kind of had our little miracle run.
Okay.
We just right group of people. I think that year, I mean, outside of Kirsch, we had, I think, one other guy who played independent league, and that was it. And he played one season of Pioneer Ball.
Hmm.
It was just our Sunday league team, picked up Milo, obviously, Jesse, and a few other guys, but it was just a group of guys we meshed super well. Last year we went 6-2. Um, we, I'm, about the cock talk story.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we went 4-1 in pool play and got the number 1 seed.
Okay.
And so we were gifted the opportunity to play Obregon in the first game. And I don't know if you've seen those guys, but they're fucking
Oh
nasty.
yeah. Yeah. I've definitely
Yeah,
seen those dudes. They're fucking beasts. They're all
they're
big.
all ex minor league players,
Fucking
Yeah.
like
giants.
the real fucking thing. And so, like, to come out of like, a tough pool play, I think we went 4-1 and won three run games. And to have to play them the first round was just like, fuck, you got to be kidding me. Um, we threw a pretty solid lefty on the mound, and they just hit everything he threw. I mean, he was sitting low 90s, and big Chris Sale arm slot,
Hmm.
12-6 curve, and
Shit.
anything he threw, they were just spraying it all over the field. So we were down 9-2 in the going into the 8th inning, and we're up bottom of the eight, or no, sorry, bottom of the 8th. We're down 9-2, and Jesse and a few other guys are on this on the side. And Jesse, do you want to go into what you guys started talking about?
I don't remember because it was just intense to have just making a comeback there with fucking trying to get Antonio to the dish. Kirsch is right there, fucking just. You have Kirsch in the dugout, man. That guy's just the vibe he brings to the fucking team, and he's the whole reason why we got a little thing called cock talk. Um, just fuck, man.
So we're down 9-2. I mean, it's looking bleak. I heard one of the guys was talking about trying to figure out how to get bottle service for the night. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, Obregon was just cruising. They had this lefty starter, ex-Mexican League pro, just
Hmm.
like he had our number all night. And and then Anton, Jesse, and like one or two other. Anton, he's like one of my best friends now, but
Yeah.
he's a jokester, and he started talking about cocks and asking guys like very personal questions, but he's just very open and about it. And so they start making these jokes, talking about things, and next thing you know, boom, we get a few hits, score a few runs. Oh
Mm,
shit, it's 9-6, it's nine to
yeah.
seven, but we were running out of time. So it's the 8th inning, and they still have their 3-hour time limit. So there was like 2 or 3 minutes left in the game, and I want to say it was like Milo was up, and the tying run was on third, and I was kind of like, fuck, do we just get out and to give us, a new inning, or do we let, and we let Milo swing away, hit the fucking rocket to the shortstop, eats him up, tying run scores. So they get out of it. So then the time limit had expired. So now we're going into the ninth, tied 9-9. And they loaded the bases with 2 outs. And this guy who literally just finished his AA season hits a fucking moonshot to right field off the bat, just like one of the cleanest swings you'll ever see in like adult ball.
Right.
And the whole place just went silent. And our pitcher Jake, is just like, let's go hit. Walks back to the dugout. Ball's still in the air traveling. Our right fielder catches it, hand in the air against the fence, and fucking came out. Of course, we loaded the bases, and then back to Anton. I want to say it was 1 out. They brought in this Dominican 94-95 big boy throwing a hard high fastball, and Anton, lefty, 5'4", but has the heart of someone who's 6'7", and fucking pulls 94 through the 3-4 hole, and we take it home.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. I remember. I think you had it on live stream, right? Like on a live stream.
I had a live stream, multiple recordings. Hirsch was recording as well.
Yeah, I know that I've seen the video, and like that energy was like, that shit was unmatched, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of the best baseball moments of like our team's history, because it was like these guys are just beating the shit out of us, and like we knew it was going to be a tough battle, but we didn't realize how good these motherfuckers were. And,
was it coming back from 7 or 9?
It was coming back from 7, so it was 9-2. So we won 10-9, and we were down 9-2 bottom of the 8th because we were home team, and we scored 7 runs in the bottom of the 8th, and then the walk-off hit in the 9th. And that was fucking, it was amazing feeling. And so then we get gifted with the next game. We are semifinals, 8:30 in the morning. We get to play Los Menores.
And shit! It's like the other batch. Like if you could take all those dudes and split them up, that's who they are.
So we beat the Dominicans. Now we got to play the Venezuelans. Meanwhile, Platoon and the SoCal Titans are playing on the field adjacent from us. And this guy, we have, my baseball knowledge isn't that too far out. I mean, it's pretty limited. So we have this guy help us, Ray, and Ray's very familiar. Played minor league baseball as a catcher, I would think for the Mets. And Ray was just like, listen, these guys are hungover. You have to come out and punch them in the fucking face, because what's going to happen is little by little, they're just going to start rolling in and they're going to come back. So you got to come out and score 5 or 6 out the gate. And that's what we did. I think we jumped out by the second inning. We were up like 5-0. And then little by little, they just were walking from the parking lot. And that 5-0 lead turned into an 8-7 victory.
Damn.
And they had, again, I think bases loaded, 9th inning, one of their best hitters up, and Milo was our closer for that tournament and got him to fly out to center. So then, we walk over to the stadium. SoCal Titans had shut out Platoon. So then we played the SoCal Titans, and unfortunately the luck just ran out. We went into the 5th inning 0-0, but just ran out of gas. They had a few balls drop. They had excellent defense throughout the entire game. Probably took 5 or 6 hits away from us, and each one of those was just like a blow to the chest, because it was just like the moment we thought we'd have a chance, it was just they'd make a miraculous defensive play. So they ended up beating us 4-2. I mean, again, another team of all ex-minor leaguers, and for being a bunch of guys, slap dicks. Jesse caught that game. Just Sunday leaguers, and having that run against all those pros. I mean, I heard people on here saying, oh, you need this big wallet to win out there. I mean, yeah, maybe to win the championship, you got to kind of do a few things, but I mean, we made the run. We were right there in the game. I mean, there were a few balls that I think if they get through, who knows, maybe that gives us momentum and gets some energy into us, and it's a different outcome. But we're not, I mean, like I said, it was just a bunch of Sunday leaguers. Jesse, I was like, hey, you team player, hey, need you to catch this game. And Jesse was our championship catcher. Milo had already thrown 4 or 5 innings that tournament as our closer. And he's just like, let me hop on the mound and see how many I can go. And he threw.
He
a
threw
complete
like
game.
maybe 4 or 3 fastballs that whole game.
You know, I've faced Milo several times, and he like refuses to throw me a fastball. But he's got like a screwball. He's got the changeup, and then he's got the bender that, you know, break in on you. And so he's tough to hit, man. But he has it in the tank to reach back on you and just blow it by you if he wants to. Once he gets you off balance and you're looking for the off speed, he just blows it right by you.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a dog on the mound.
Yeah, he hides the ball well. So he has him being lefty. Like, the struggle that I've always had with him is just picking up his release point. You know, and then his pitches like are tailored to get somebody like me out. Like, I pull off the ball a lot, and so he's just gonna stay softened away from me, softened away. And it's so goddamn difficult to hit, you know. And his fastball also runs, so like he can come in on the righties, kind of almost at their rib, and then catch the black on the inside corner. And always a fun at bat for sure, but it's tough. It's tough, man.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, he faced pretty much a lineup full of minor leaguers, like not like indie ball guys, like affiliated guys, and he shut them down.
Yeah,
and
sounds like he had to get crafty on them.
Oh yeah, and I mean, that's honestly, I don't want to give too much of my secrets away, but that's kind of, you know, like those guys, they want to hit 92, like that's, you know, that's comfortable for them. That's just go.
Right.
But you bring somebody in and kind of slows it down, mixes speeds pretty well. It creates a challenge for them, and yeah, so that it played out well for us that day. We just couldn't get the bats heated up enough to score those 5 runs to get us to the ring. So we'll be back. I mean, this year we went back, which we could talk about in a second, but you know, had a good little run this year. Ran out of gas.
So I'm looking in your video frame here. I see your dog. Shout out your dog. What's his name? He's just chilling, kind of like staring at your cock.
He's like half asleep.
He's like, bring back the cock talk, man. Bring back the cock talk. Shout him out. What's his name?
This is my dog Finley. She's a lab. Okay. Finley. She's a Labradoodle. Okay. So Finley is the mascot for the Clearwater Threshers. So our name. So kind of funny, but when we first started the team, we were called the Kellogg's Cornflakes.
Okay.
It was a joke.
That's dope. That is dope. I think you mentioned this. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, and so it was kind of a play on the Kansas City Royals alternate black uniforms, like the Kansas City Royals.
Okay.
The Kellogg's Cornflakes. And we scrapped that after 2 years because I just realized trying to recruit guys and then telling them, oh, you want to come play for the Kellogg's Cornflakes?
Yeah.
It's just a hard sell.
Okay.
So yeah, we switched it up and went with the Threshers, and then
you said Finley. I instantly went to Steve Finley of the San Diego Padres from 95 to 98, and I know how much you love the San Diego Padres.
I fucking hate them. But you want to hear a funny? Okay, Steve.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
Okay. So our first year in SDABL was 2013.
Okay.
And we played the Sluggos. And the Sluggos, we were 0-10. Sluggos brought out Steve Finley against us.
Oh, no. And this was, you guys were in 18 AAA already?
It was like an 18 open division. Like, it was our first season playing, and I don't think they had enough teams to have different divisions, so they just made one combined division of 8 teams. And yeah, when we played the Sluggos of all weeks, they brought out Steve Finley against us. So
who won?
Yeah.
Did you guys win?
They beat the shit out of us.
I mean, you never know. You hit them with Cy Old, you know, and the guys are up there thumbing, and you know, Steve Finley may not catch up.
The Cornflakes struggled.
The Cornflakes is awesome.
Yeah,
I love that. Let me see. I have a question for both of you. Jesse didn't watch my vlog last week, as of last episode. Have you watched it, Jesse?
Which one? The burritos?
No. Shut up. Not burritos. We're not there yet. The Arizona one, the 2023. Because you had mentioned you hadn't watched it last time.
Fuck, see, I forgot.
You forgot to watch it? You shitting me? Fuck you.
I forgot to watch it.
I appreciate the honesty. David, how did you like it? I mentioned it earlier, and I meant to ask you how you liked it.
I liked it. It was very, very creative.
Very creative. Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a good insight. It would have been cool if you got some more footage from the first round playoff game.
The comeback? Oh my god.
The comeback. Yeah, that would have been pretty dope. It seemed like some of the footage during pool play wasn't the most exciting, but
Yeah, dude. Like realistically, I know I showed like I said I was locked in, and I showed a clip of myself and my kids, but like I legit was just I was actually like locked in on this game, and like nobody was recording. Like my wife didn't even get up to record anything, so and it was so intense. I was not thinking about the content at all, and I was like, oh yeah, I probably should have recorded something because it
It's
was
hard to
going nuts.
record when you're locked in, though.
Yeah,
It really
yeah,
is.
yeah, 100%. And even like even out in Arizona, like think like there's so many things you got to worry about, especially as a manager.
Oh
Like
God,
there's
yeah.
so much I have to focus on, and like I hate to say this, but each year we go out there, we lose like one or two guys. The Sunday guys who go out there and
Yeah.
they don't have a good start, and then they get their feelings hurt, and we go back to San Diego, and I never hear from them again.
Yeah.
So it's so much on your plate, and then have to worry about trying to play and do this and do that. It's just
Yeah.
too many variables. And
I got a nice taste of that in 2025, which I guess we'll talk about that in a bit. But just to wrap up the vlog thing, half the time I was coaching third. Like if I wasn't hitting, because I only hit that year. If I wasn't hitting, I was coaching third, and so like I'm not gonna be out there with my phone trying to get content. You know what I mean? Especially in that game, like I had my like 5 at bats, and then the rest of the time coaching third. You know, and so like now with like the meta glasses that are out now, it might be a little bit easier to do that. However, you still have to be on top of it, and it's a mess, dude. And like you mentioned, managers have so many fucking things that they got to think about, and trying to also get themselves, get in the game and stuff. And like for yourself, you don't record content for any kind of videos. Like you're there to play ball, you're there to win. In your opinion, like what do you think is needed to win a championship in Arizona, particularly in the 18 Open? Because this is your third time in the 18 Open. You had a championship run in 2024, like you just mentioned. You did 2025. Let's get into that, man. Like in your opinion, what do you think a team needs aside from a big payroll? Team chemistry. Like how do you go about building your teams?
So we start our core is our Sunday league guys. Most of those guys played in college, but I mean, a lot of us were in our early to mid 30s now. And that's pretty much the core. And then finding the pieces that you can drop in, like Jesse, who are selfless. You can't like people going out there worrying about like what they're hitting or anything like that. It's just to beat the type of players that show up in the open division. You need guys who are just team first guys and don't care how they're performing, just is the team winning. And that's what we had that year. And ultimately, I think that's like, if you're not going to have a $30,000 payroll, you need to have a team of selfless guys who are just like Jesse, like he was our championship starter for, he was a catcher for the championship game. He didn't hit though. So, but I didn't hear a peep out of him. He was just like, hey, you need me to catch to win this game? I'll get behind the plate and dog it out for 9 innings. But that's the type of energy that you need, is guys that are willing to do whatever's necessary or they're called upon, and to get the job done. Whether it be 18 people, 9 in the field and 9 hitting, or whatever.
Yeah.
It needs that's what you need. Otherwise, there's no way in hell you can get it done, because it's just those guys are too good.
Yeah. On top of that, like you have to conserve your energy as a player, So like if you're out there playing, well, you're guaranteed the 5 games. You play 45 innings, like, dude, and to get it into playoffs, like you're gonna be gassed. Like
Swapping people left and right.
Professionals don't even do it that much.
No.
Yeah, you got to take that into account as well. And luckily for us, we have like a few outfielders. Same thing. They don't care if they don't get at bats. They're there to have fun. They put their pride aside. And if, they're making good plays in the outfield, that's all they care about. I mean, when I talked about the Obregon game, the guy who made the catch it wasn't a robbed catch, but it was a pretty
he had to get there.
The outfielder that was out there, it could have been
there.
sketchy.
Yeah.
And the dude didn't have an at bat the whole tournament, but he, hey, like it's just people do what they're called when they're called upon. They do what they got to do to get us to the result we need, and that's what you need to win in 18 Open. Now in 18 Rookie, like we were kind of skating along, bullshitting. We knew had a lot more talent than the other guys we were playing. But
Right.
now we're playing against guys that, like I said, all played affiliated ball or either like high level college, and you can't make a mistake against those guys.
Yeah.
So ultimately, that's in my opinion is what you need. I'm not going to share my recipe on pitching. That's something that's taken me a lot of time to learn, and it ain't free.
That's fair, man. That's fair. You know, unless somebody pays, right? They want good information. Hey, man, better cough up some cash. You know?
No, but
it's like a consultation, right? Like that's how I would treat it. If I was to ask you, like, hey, give me the recipe, but like I'm gonna pay you for the consultation, right? It's a consultation. You know, if you look at it from a business aspect.
I mean, yeah, and I mean Jesse. I'm pretty sure Jesse. You don't have to say anything, Jesse, but I know you've seen from playing with us for 2 years what type of pitchers we throw, how we approach the game for some of these big games. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
You know, the year we lost to the Titans, we were in the game both times. I mean, I think the full play game, it was a 1-run game going into the 9th, and they beat us. And in the championship game, it was a 0-0 game in the 5th. So I mean, we were in the game. That was the only team that beat us last year, and we were in the game both times. We couldn't get it done. But I think you could win without the big payroll. But obviously, if not, I mean, if you're paying guys that are so good that it doesn't matter if there's no chemistry, then yeah, I'm pretty sure you could.
Yeah, I think team chemistry is so fucking important, man. And like, if you just scrap a bunch of dudes together, like, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, especially with if you know players have a certain intent for Arizona, because there's a lot to do in Arizona. So a lot of players see it as like, oh, I'm gonna go play a couple games, and I'm going out to Scottsdale. I'm gonna go downtown Tempe or whatever people do. You know, like they're not just gonna hang out. They want to go out and drink and have a good time. You know, so like depending on the attitude of players, you know, of what they want to do in Arizona, that chemistry has a lot to do with that. You know, so like you said, like the intent of the team players needing to be bought in completely. Like, is the team winning? That's what should matter the most. And if I'm going out, is it going to affect the team negatively, right? You know?
Exactly. In 2023, our championship game was at noon. Kirsch and I were out drinking beers at 1 o'clock the night before. But we knew going into it, like, okay, we have more talent. These guys, we have Kirsch on the mound. It wasn't that big of a deal. But for the Open, no, it's a little. You're locked in more than that. So it's. You know, everybody approaches it differently. I know some guys who play loose when they've had a few, you know, long nights, which we'll talk about in a second. Cock Talk season 2. But
okay.
I know some guys who play a little bit more loose when they've had a long night and some drinks, and you know. But like I say, if you're buying into the team, you just got to put that aside, and you're there to, you know, execute it, you know, and get the job done, and you'll celebrate when you win. So.
Yeah. So you talk about approach, you know, your tournament World Series approach is a lot different than maybe your Sunday League approach. So like, how would it differ? How would your Sunday League approach differ to the tournament play?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just Sunday League was about having fun with the boys, laughing, shooting the shit. Like I said, Anton plays with us. He's a fucking clown. And he has like no filter. He's very comfortable with himself, but he just says the wildest shit that makes certain people feel uncomfortable. We actually played with the SoCal Royals in Irvine, and a few of us joined. Yeah, the Irvine, the California.
That was
kickoff,
20.
whatever.
Was it this year's or last
year? In January, yeah. This year in January, and
which is coming up, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some super secret stuff that I can't say on the mic at the moment. Yeah, I'll say it some other time as it approaches. People are gonna be like, "What?" How Jesse? Jesse knows already.
Oh yeah.
Well, I told David offline as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a little Easter egg. Like, what are the daddies up to?
Yeah, that Irvine tournament. I mean, that was probably, you know, some of the best comp I've seen outside of Phoenix and the handful of regional tournaments that I've been to. I said, you know, our team, the Threshers, won't go, but I'll sometimes just piggyback with a few other guys to join a different squad and play. And that Irvine tournament was pretty nasty this year. A lot of good comp. There was a team from Philadelphia they threw this
The
lefty
the
against us
dogs,
that
right?
was-
The Philadelphia
the
Dogs or something like that.
Dirt dogs.
Dirt dog. Diamond
They
Dogs,
threw-
Dirt Dogs, something like that.
Dirt dogs. They threw this like Frontier League guy against us, lefty. That was fucking nasty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was gross. Luckily for us, he had already thrown a bunch of innings, so he could only throw 5 or 6. But it was But like I said, just everybody, Sunday versus tournaments. Ultimately, Sunday I turned it into let's have fun. Like this is our break from work, our escape. Like we're with the homies. Like let's I want to win. But at the same time, it's like, I want this to be enjoyable. And when I was stressing so hard about winning every single game, it just wasn't enjoyable. So, we just tried to bring more fun back into it. And we'd still win. I mean, we'd still win. It's just, it was just a different approach. Whereas, like, tournament ball, fuck it, we're locked in 100%.
Yeah.
No bullshit, We have fun. We get a nice little team Airbnb in Scottsdale. This year, I think there was like 11 or 12 of us at the pad.
Yeah.
The whole team was there, basically.
Yeah, the whole team. That shit was a
Talk
shit
about
show.
cock talk.
Yeah, so Cock Talk season 2.
Philadelphia Dirt Dogs. I'm sitting here looking it up. Yeah, Philadelphia Dirt Dogs, which they flew all the way from Philly to go 1-3. But I mean, it was difficult.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, I'm looking at the teams that were in this pool, the 18 Open, the Sun Rocks, the OC Rays, the Philly Dirt Dogs, Platoon, San Diego Walk-Ons, San Diego Sluggos, the Serpientes, the Hammered Heads, and the SoCal Royals, which that's who David was with. I'm looking at this squad here. Holy shit! Yeah, I remember this one specifically was probably like you mentioned, it was one of the most competitive that I've seen it since I started kind of following tournament ball. And matter of fact, like that's kind of how I started talking to you.
Yeah, who told you about tournament ball, huh? When you were like Sunday League only, Sunday League.
It was
tournament ball with NABA. This is called Sunday League, the podcast. who told you that?
It was you, bro. It was you.
Yeah,
It's like, no, yeah, definitely, man. And like I think ultimately, like it's the mecca, right? So, tournament play, specifically the World Series tournaments. It's kind of like that's what we're, as Sunday leaguers, as professional Sunday leaguers, or fucking bush leaguers, as I like to call us. That's what we that's what we play for, and that's where the glory is.
Agreed. And I'm gonna say I truly appreciate from the bottom of my heart all of the time and effort you put into this, and this platform, and having random guests on and giving people the ability to kind of share their experiences through Sunday League. The whole rankings, even though I kind of disagree with you guys on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But just you put a lot of time and effort, and I appreciate everything you've done and for the Sunday League community, especially in Southern California. And but one thing I kind of noticed was, I know you guys used to talk about having a Sunday League tournament, and I just kind of I work in business myself, so I kind of realized the logistics to get that done would be pretty tough. And I know at the time it was 2, now you're just yourself and you got a family and stuff. So that's why I would always kind of just like advocate for, hey, these guys already do it. Let them take care of that stuff. And you just push these guys to sign up, and that's the opportunity for teams to kind of face off. And obviously it's not Sunday League against Sunday League, but it's the closest thing you can get to it. And it's, it's the most practical way to go about it.
Yeah, no, for sure, and I appreciate your words, man. Like it does take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and just wanting to actually do it, and that's why I appreciate Jesse and Frank, because like they actually want to be here, and it's like they make the time. Frank has a lot of freedom, if you will, flexibility. We give him a lot of flexibility because like right now, like he was gonna be on today, but something came up, so I'm just like, don't worry about it, it's all good, don't trip. And so he's doing this thing right now, but thankfully Jesse loves doing this stuff as well, and like he's a lot more connected than even I am, because he plays so much in just leagues throughout SoCal. Like he's played in PCBL, he's played in the
almost every league in LA. Almost.
Yeah, like your main league is Ramirez RBL. You play in the Veterans League at the same park, Whittier Narrows. You play in the FBL now.
Yeah. And I play in Orange County.
You play Irvine, SoCal MSBL. And there's just so many leagues that Jesse has the opportunity to play in, and it's like he's also very blessed to be able to do that. His body allows him to. His situation. Yeah, that's probably the most important thing, that he can physically do it. your situation at home allows you to do it, right? And so like you're in a really good spot,
Yeah.
you know. And so like even for Jesse, like I'm thankful for his efforts as well. And you know, like he comes and goes on the pod as well, but like it's not because he wants to be out fucking traveling the world and shit. Like he's just playing ball. You know, and
Pretty
so
much.
it's just playing ball, and like our schedules like will sometimes conflict, and so every now and again like we won't upload an episode, and it'll be due to something like that where like all three of our schedules just kind of conflict, and we're just like fuck it, you know. So like even I used to be very anal about like get something out every week an episode, regardless of how good or bad it might be, or if we even have content to talk about. And now I'm a lot more flexible with it. I'm just like, fuck it, you know. Like I'm sure the wife will appreciate it, and like these guys see, they know how, like, you know, how it goes and stuff, and but again, man, like I said, like I appreciate the kind words, dude, and like it's the recognition that like I feel it, even though a lot of folks don't express it verbally. I'll see them, they're like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? And like everyone's real cool, man. Like I literally have like no beef with anybody out there. You know, and that's one of the things that I can appreciate from everybody as well. Is like people don't walk up to me and start talking shit, and I would just be like, all right, man, like cool, because I'm not what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not hostile like that. You know what I mean? So when we're playing ball, like I just want to play ball. Like who gives a fuck about the podcast or the content or whatever the community? Like we're out there to compete, and so let's compete. You know, so ultimately that's kind of like that's the biggest thing, man. That to bring back the power rankings mention, one of the things that I was always concerned about was like, it's about the competition. That's all it really boils down to. It's about the competition and how well you're doing, and how your roster, like how do you keep it together? Like, do you keep the same roster for a long time? Do you take that same roster, or the bulk of that roster, into tournaments and things like that? Because a lot of teams don't. They're big time on recruitment. You know, they'll have their core guys, but like they still to compete in the 18 Open, for example. If you'll have your core Sunday League team like you, but you still have to build on that. You can't just take your 12, 13 guys. You can't do it. It ain't happening. You need pitching. You need able-bodied human beings with baseball talent to be able to compete at the higher levels. In
5 games in 3 days. Someone's body's gonna break down.
That's at minimum. I mean,
at minimum,
going
yes,
all the way.
Mm-hmm.
You got 8 games, and if it's 72 hours, really.
And you're also
look at the time,
and you're not accounting for the extra innings in playoffs.
Yep.
You're also not accounting for that stuff because pool play, like they just drop dead, and then that's pool play. That's just how it is. It's almost like soccer in a sense, like the World Cup, things like that. You know, cross sport reference, right?
Yeah.
Here I am talking about another sport.
At least one per episode.
Do I have my streak going? Maybe.
I think it's one per episode at least.
Yeah, roughly. So Jesse, you got anything before I bring up anything else?
Yeah. Because you mentioned before you've done some regional tournaments before. Have you ever done the 4th of July that used to be at Tony Gwynn Stadium at San Diego State?
No.
That sounds sick.
Those were fun. Those are so much fun.
No, I haven't. I think I've done Irvine. I've played with obviously Jimmy and the EC Royals, and he's had a million other names that they would play under. I've played in Vegas again with Jimmy. I've also played with Kern County Stars. Austin, the Kern County Stars.
Yeah, shout them out. Shout out Austin Aldana.
Yeah, shout out Austin. Those guys are some ballers.
That was the team that we. Oh no, that was a different team. But we did play the Kern County Stars in the semifinal of that same tournament, 2023. Just we were all tired, man. 8 a.m. game, and we're just like, all right, let's get this game over with.
So I know that squad, and they were missing a few pieces. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's fair, man. That's fair, but I
played with those guys.
Yeah,
and I know they got some fucking talent, and I've tried to.
But you need your pieces to win at the same time, and if your pieces ain't there, like who's
But I will say that.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
A good solid squad. They have a few guys that I still talk with occasionally.
Yeah.
They were a cool group. We had some fun nights in Irvine, Newport Beach, going out to party. See, when I'm not running the team, it's like, fine. It's Irvine. Like they're going out to party, so fuck it, I will too. So
yeah,
we had some fun nights out.
That's what's up, man. Who are some of your favorite teams to play against in tournament ball and in Sunday league?
Sunday League, start there. I would say the Sluggos. So we've
Okay.
had a rivalry um, going back to 2016, 2017. Again, like I said, I used to run my mouth a lot, and I think I got under a lot of their skin. And they had a few guys that I didn't exactly see eye to eye with. So we built up a little rivalry, and how this was going was they beat us in the regular season, and then in the playoffs, we pretty much shut them out. And
Okay.
for a while there, it was like seven, like we'd go 0-3 in the regular season and then beat them in the playoffs. Like we'd be the 4 seed in the playoffs, and then they're the 1 seed, and we beat them. And
Yeah.
so I think I stopped keeping track, but at one point it was like 7 or 8. We were like 8-1 against them in playoff games.
Yeah. I think that
And
matters more.
Well, hell yeah.
yeah, and it was kind of like I said, like, we kind of goofing around during the regular season, but we would tighten up in playoffs and got the job done. As of late, they've been beating us fairly frequently, but and over time, as I've kind of chilled out more, we started seeing more eye to eye. So we get along a lot better. There's a lot more respect between me and their manager, and so yeah, we're cool with them now. So, but it evolved. It took a while. We matured, and
Yeah.
it's evolved. So we're pretty cool with each other now. I would say in Arizona, I mean, I wouldn't the rivalries. The only team that I was really had circled on our schedule was Platoon.
Okay. Okay.
Platoon.
I
So
like where this is going.
so like I talked about earlier, we were playing them our first year in Open back in 2022. It was like a 7-8 game in the 5th or 6th, and I had to take off to get Kirsch. So I take off to get Kirsch. I come back, and next thing I know, we're pretty much down by 10. And so they made some changes that I didn't tell them to do, and the game, they kind of wheels fell off, and we'll take it on the chin. Platoon beat the shit out of us.
Yeah.
So coming into this year, in the chats and stuff, there's, they remind me what the score was quite frequently with pictures of the scoreboard, because that game was at
Okay.
Tempe Diablo Stadium. And so coming into this tournament, it was a unique setup. There was only 11 open teams. And so what they were doing was, in the past, they would, if it's an odd number of teams in the division, there either has to be 4 or 6 games, so that way everybody finishes with the same amount of pool games. So they used to do 4 games, and everyone would make playoffs. And what happens out there is people start sandbagging. So like we're coming from San Diego, teams coming from LA, and you got the local team sandbagging. And so then you'd get as the 1 seed and the, whatever 8 or 10 seed who would come in and fuck them up.
Right.
And so I was kind of talking with the NABA director about, hey, that's like, it takes the joy out of it, because now pool
Right.
play is useless because everybody makes playoffs. The local teams have no incentive to try and have any of their guys show up, because those
Right.
guys are working 9 to 5s,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So let's make pool play worth something if it is an odd number of teams. So it was 11 teams, so we had to have 6 pool games, which was the first time I've seen it since I've been playing.
That's
but,
insane. 6 pool games.
6 pool games.
Yeah.
So 11 teams, only top 4 make it. So I work in finance. I'm an analytical guy. So I kind of ran through the scenarios and kind of said, okay, the Latin teams are obviously going to qualify. I think the last playoff spot's going to come down between us and Platoon. And so I circled that game, on our schedule, because I knew that was going to be the game that determines if either of us were to make it, who's going to make it, the winner of that game. And so, like I said, they had been talking in the chat for the past 3 years about how bad they beat us. Anytime I'd make a comment, they'd, remind me of what the score was.
Anytime you rage baited, gotcha.
Oh yeah, for sure. I rage bait the shit out of them. And so definitely got under their skin. So going into this, I knew we had, they post their games online on YouTube. So I kind of did a little scouting, kind of said, all right, what's their weak spot? And I noticed they didn't hit a specific type of pitcher too well. So I'm like, all right, that guy was actually scheduled to, if we made the playoffs, throw our first playoff game.
Okay.
And I knew that, okay, if we don't beat Platoon, we probably won't make playoffs because if 4 qualify, you got to get 4 wins and maybe even 5. So I was like, this has, we have to play, before that, we had to play Molino and Obregon. And I was like, you know, I threw a dart at the Obregon game on the pitcher that we started. It was kind of a wild card.
Okay.
We had a guy bail on us last second, so I kind of
Shit.
had to, see if something worked. It didn't. So
It happens. I mean, you can't win them all, right? That's baseball.
yeah. So I knew that platoon game was important. So I went ahead and started our big Chris Sale lefty, and I knew that they weren't going to hit him too well. And exactly what happened. It just, executed our plan. And at one point, I want to say it was like 10-2. I mean, they threw a guy that we had faced in Irvine, and my kind of horse for our Sunday team, Jake, had hit a grand slam off of him. And he's a big PCBL guy. And so we get there, and this dude's on the mound. I don't want to, say names or anything, but this dude's on the mound, and I'm like, what are they thinking? Like, did they not see us like hit this guy back in January? Like, we're about to light this dude up. And made the adjustment pretty quick. And before you knew it, we ran up the score. And I mean, I don't care what they say. Like, it was a pretty good beating.
Yeah.
And that I'd say that was the rivalry, because that had been, we had been talking about that for 3 years, and like they just kept reminding me. So I was like, all right, I got something in my back pocket.
Yeah,
and
you kept receipts,
of course.
Yeah, I gotta keep the receipts.
And I knew coming into it, like, I don't, like I said, I don't know, I don't have a crazy baseball background, but I know the game pretty well. And I just knew, like, all right, let's find what their weak spot is. What do they hit well? What do they not hit well? And I just made sure I had that pitcher lined up to face them. And it didn't seem like it was done on the opposite end. They just threw a guy out against us, completely underestimated us. Despite us going to the championship, you would think that they would also look at it from the same perspective of like, all right, these guys just made a championship run. They're solid. Let's throw our bet, because we probably need to beat them to get in. They just threw a Sunday League guy at us, and it was just, and that was the ultimate loss that ended their playoff run, because at that point I think they had 3 losses and they were pretty much out of it.
Damn. So Platoon didn't make playoffs.
Yep. Platoon didn't make playoffs. We didn't either. So as I had mentioned earlier, we ended up having to play the Sunrocks. So we were 3-2, had to play the Sunrocks. Started a righty indie league guy. Thank you, John Lane. John comes through in the clutch.
I knew who he threw. Yep.
Yep, you know exactly.
Yeah,
yep.
I know who he threw. Yep.
Yeah, so John fucking came through in the clutch. And back in 2020, ironically, we were getting ready to play our semifinal game, and I was sitting there and I wasn't sure of who to start for that game. And we were running low on arms. This was the 2020 COVID year. We lost to the Sunrocks, but our semifinal game, John came up to me. He's like, "What? You look nervous." And I was like, "I just don't know who to start." And he's like, "Oh, start this guy." And the dude went 7 innings, got the dub. So John came through again in the clutch, and he's like, "Hey, I got this guy. He'll come out and pitch for you," because he wasn't taking the Tropics out. And the dude fucking shoved. Unfortunately, he gets a blister on his hand.
Shit.
I want to say we were up 2-1 and going into the top of the 7th, and he had a blister on his hand, and they got 2 runners on, and went on to beat us, I think, like 4-2, 5-3, something like that.
Yeah,
and that pretty much put us at 3-3, and you weren't getting in at 3-3. But yeah, it was, I knew that you weren't getting in the playoffs unless we beat Platoon, and we definitely, had to show them what's up after all that shit talking for the past 3 years.
Yeah, so you currently have the upper hand. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for next year, because I know their manager's probably going to tell the NABA director schedule us again, and we'll be ready, and I'll manage him again.
Nice.
That's one thing I'll say with David. Like, he's probably one of the best managers I've ever had honor of playing for, because everything is so already thought through, thought out. I mean, before we get to Arizona, he probably has everything already. Okay, he's pitching this game. If he doesn't go through, this guy's coming close. This guy's coming close. Like everything's already thought out. So when you get there, it's pretty. That's exactly what it is. Like
Yeah.
there's a plan, plan A, plan B, and plan C. It's like
Yeah. And then you got to throw the dart after plan C.
yeah.
Yeah,
After
at
that, you
that,
just say,
plan
fuck
C,
it.
you got to throw the dart. And like, for instance, I talk about like our horse Jake. You know, Jake's pretty much been our rubber arm for the past 10 years. Started playing with us in
Damn.
2015.
Mhm.
And Jake, I purposely don't slot him into any pool games just because I know when we get to plan C, this is who we got to throw. And I'm
Right.
telling you, if you saw him throw, you'd be like, this dude would start on most teams, like every game. And he's
Right.
literally like our reliever, closer.
Mhm.
You know, if we're in we've had other incidents. I think sometimes one thing I've noticed about playing in Arizona, and this has happened to us before, sometimes guys get out there on those big fields. If it's their first time, they tense up a little bit, grip the ball a little too tight, and they get blisters. And so we
Yeah.
had another incident a few years back where a kid was out there shaking and, you know, got a blood blister on his hand, and Jake had to come in, and Jake ended up throwing 10 innings that game. We went into extra against the team. But yeah, it's nice having that in your pocket. Like, all right, this guy could come out, and he throws from like 10 different arm slots, 10 different
shit.
speeds. Like, yeah, it's
dirty.
crazy.
Yeah.
And, so I always keep that in the back pocket as like the ace. Like, you know, if you know, I have my guys that come out and start, and if we ever get into trouble, Jake comes in. And that's kind of, even in San Diego, that's how we operate. I don't let him start. He bitches at me so much. I want to start. And for, you know, 5-6 years, it would be like we'd have a starter, they'd go 5 or 6, we'd have a reliever, and then Jake would come in the last 2 to 3 to close it out.
Nice.
And so yeah, that's just been the recipe, and it's worked. Recipe changes a little bit in Arizona, but
Right.
it works as well. And yeah, like I said, like, you know, we got a solid squad. Everybody's kind of bought into the team, you know, like the plan, the vision. And unfortunately, every year we do get a guy who kind of gets a little sour and ends up taking off.
It's
But
that
it is
ego,
what it
man.
is.
Yeah, it's the ego.
Yeah, and it's like, you know,
Yeah, for
like,
tournament ball, like as a player, you have to be bought in, and especially if you're coming, like, I assume these guys were like, they were new to the team. If you're coming on as a new player to a team, like, you have to go in with the mindset of I'm here to contribute to a new team. You know, I just figure out how to contribute. You know what I mean? Like, especially, for example, like I went with the Mets. I was limited physically because I had gotten hurt the week prior, so I couldn't play the field. All I could really do was just get on base, and then the non-runner rule allowed me to be able to do that. Otherwise, like, I don't see how else I could have contributed. And I probably scored maybe, like, my non-runners maybe scored a third of the runs. You know, because that's how often, like, I was able to get on base in the tournament.
you did your job.
I did my job, man. Like, but unfortunately, like, my job was altered once I got hurt. Like, I was this close to not going to that
You
tournament.
played the cards you were dealt,
And that was
had
it.
a substantial impact. Everybody has their role.
Yeah.
And you did what you had to do.
Dude,
Now, I'm
dude,
gonna
I
flip the
couldn't
question
walk.
around.
I couldn't walk 2 days prior. You know, I couldn't fucking walk. But you know, ultimately, like, when you're building your team, like, you have to take rubber arms. You know, like, or you'll be blessed to have rubber arms, because you need multiple guys that can go multiple times.
Yep.
You know,
yeah.
and I don't know if that's the approach for the Open, but like, that's how I've kind of built our teams. Like, I like guys. I like picking up guys that can play a position, that can play positions well and also pitch. You know, because the versatility is so fucking important. You know what I mean? So, like, the more position players you have that can actually pitch as well, even if they're just throwers, like, they always got that puncher's chance, man. Like, if they have a little bit of zip on their, you know, on their fastballs or something, like, sometimes that's all you need, man. Just to, especially in tournaments, because tournament play is just different, dude. It's so, the nonchalantness of Sunday ball sometimes it shows once you get to tournaments.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Once you get there. And, you know, you talked about pitching 2 times in Open. So back to Kirsch. So last year,
I love Kirsch, man. I love Kirsch. I
love
got to get him on here. A little more.
Yeah.
I'm going to get comfortable with this Zoom thing, man, because, like, I know I've been very hard-headed about it for the longest, you know, but here we are. Trying
So
something new again.
last year, Kirsch threw our first game Thursday afternoon, I think 5 or 6 against the Paramount Pirates,
Yep.
and then we brought him back Sunday morning against Los Pinortes, and he went 6, gave up like 2 runs, 3 runs. I think only one of them were earned. So yeah, and I mean, Kirsch, he's up there in age, and
Yeah.
fucking dog.
He
Like,
doesn't even look that old either.
he doesn't
He's
look
like
that old. Yeah,
So-
he's got a
so
baby face, but
so he flew in, and then he went back home, and then flew back in.
yeah. So he goes.
Huh.
He was going. Yeah. So he came in. He flew in
I
on
love that.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Like I said, him and I are home. You know, we picked him
Yeah.
up, grabbed some beers Wednesday night. We have a Wednesday night ritual before we go to the same place every single year and grab some beers and food. And yeah, he pitched Thursday on 2 days rest, played Los Menortes, fucking got us the dub, and then flew home, and then came back out like 2 or 3 days later to throw with the Monarchs. And I want to
Nice.
say he threw again on 2 days rest. So he
Damn.
threw on Sunday. He probably threw Wednesday or Thursday, and then he threw again on Sunday.
Yeah. Damn. And at his age, like you mentioned, like he's not like up there. He's not in his 50s, but
No,
you know,
but he's got
like,
some fucking zip. I'm telling you, like the
Yeah.
first time I seen him throw, like,
Yeah.
you know, and that's another thing. Like, okay, never met him, but I seen his background, but like we're like, all right, sure, you can start our championship game. And yeah, the
Yeah.
first time, like, damn, this guy. Like,
you're
he's
like you're
fucking-
starting
yeah.
every championship game from now on.
Yeah. So now when you're an open, it's a little different because like in rookie and minor, you had the flexibility. Like I knew we could throw out good arms and our bats would get us the win.
Yeah.
In open, it's like a fucking dog fight. So
Yeah.
playoffs, you have to come out first game throwing a dog because if not, you will go home.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what seed you are. Teams are bringing out fucking horses that can throw.
Yeah.
And it's different. Like when we played Obregon, like for instance, like the guy wasn't a flamethrower. He's actually probably one of the slower throwers we saw, but he could just pitch like 4 pitches, complete command, changing speeds, and we just couldn't do a thing against him.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. When you're in open, you have to throw your best because there's no guarantee you're going to make it to the next round. Whereas in rookie and minor, we knew like, all right, I feel comfortable. This guy flew in, but we can keep him on the bench because we'll figure out a way to get it done.
Right. Well,
So I have a question for you, Boski.
for me, okay.
What do you, as now that you've had your first taste of managerial experience in Arizona,
Not my
what do
favorite.
you, what,
Not my
do you-
favorite. Yeah.
what do you think is needed to win? What do you like? You know, you go back to the drawing board after you know the daddy's first tournament. What's going to change next time?
Man, that's a loaded question. Because there's a lot. So maybe I don't go into it vlogging for starters. Because I really wanted to at least get the first one. Like okay, like Frank and I we're diving in, and Benz was helping us out a lot, dude. So shout out to Benz, dude. He's a
That's a G
lifesaver
right there. Yeah.
Benz is a real one, dude. He's dedicated as fuck.
Yes.
But I mean, I would first start with I'm gonna focus more on the competition, like I mentioned earlier. Less content related shit. Like fuck that stuff. Like it's done. I already did it. So let's focus more on the competition, how to beat who we're playing. Second, I'm gonna be more particular about the rules because in this last one in 2025, we did get popped for player eligibility. So that was one of the things that for me, I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like knowing the stuff that I know, I was just like, why the fuck is everybody coming at us? Right? Because there was some stuff. I got a heads up, and I'm just like, well, that's kind of fucked up. Because all right, you know, just like I said, stuff that I know, like I know who's who and who's played where and things like that. You know, I mean, I was on teams that probably had ineligible players. You know, but for some reason now it seems like they're gonna enforce it more. So I'm gonna do
We'll see.
we'll see. But I'm gonna do my homework on players better, and I'm gonna whoever I can get, I'll make a more educated decision on what division to put the team in, right? Because I don't want to get into a division where we're overwhelmed, but also want to compete to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, we stuck in rookie national, and mostly because we just didn't have enough pitching to compete in the minor, in my opinion. We had good arms. We just didn't have enough good arms. We didn't have the quantity wasn't there. Like, we had good arms, we just needed more. You know, so they were going to gas out, and it turns out like some of them were kind of ineligible, you know, just because of their college status or whatever, their previous professional playing days and all that. So that you know, my homework on players would be the second thing, most importantly, and third, I mean, I would just revolves around players, like more reliable players, a better core, you know, like a more consistent core, which I think for me, I feel like it starts. For example, like for the kickoff, it for me, it's going to start here. Like I want to take players to Arizona that we've played 3 or 4 tournaments together already, and that simply didn't happen in this last one. It just didn't happen just because of the situations. Like, and it's just life, man. Like shit comes up for people, and then they can't afford to go. Shit happens that. Maybe like a relative passed away or something like that. Their financial status changed, job changes, things like that. Just life, you know. So those are the uncontrollable things. But also just trying to sell players on like, hey, we're going out there to compete, have fun, and compete. You know, like I don't want to go out there and go 0-5 because fuck that. Going 0-5 is you're wasting your money. Yeah, you're wasting your money, and like there's no point in handing your money over to somebody if you're not gonna compete. But I think those are the 3 things I would probably. Just do differently. I don't have to worry about jerseys too much anymore. I have a fucking stockpile of them.
So guys can take home jerseys and not return
them. There's one set that's out there that I need to get back. You know, but you know, I get it back civilly, right? I'm not bitter about it. It's just maybe it's a circumstance that like I don't know about, so I gotta, you know, give the benefit of the doubt. But other than that, I mean, Jesse, like you're kind of starting to be a little bit more full time with us, right? In the tournament.
Oh yeah.
Tournaments.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I mean, yep. What do you see like outside looking in as far as like me and Frank's managerial approach?
I mean,
based off of David's question,
just the fact that you guys don't have enough pitching. Like, I don't care what everyone ever says. If it's for a tournament, I don't care if it's for AZ, whatever you think you have enough pitching, times that by 5. You need more of them because people get rocked. They have bad days. People are hurt, something, and you need some either to fill in the other innings that they're missing out on. Yeah. Because you can never have enough pitching. You really can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing about our team is like a lot of the core guys would be like, okay, we have this game. Who's pitching? I'm like, oh, don't worry, they'll just be there. That's what I say. Don't worry, they'll be there. You don't worry about that. I got that taken care of.
Just like the knuckleballer you had show up to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, like diving more into like NABA. You start looking at certain things, and I like David, like I don't want to give too much, you know, I don't want to give too much, but like now I'm starting to see like okay, I see the workarounds now. I see how you can stockpile pitching now. I see it, you know, and so nobody talks about it, and I'm not going to talk about it, but there's something there, and it's a beautiful workaround. I'm just like, huh, okay, let's work with this.
There's a lot of things, and I think. Like, well, one, it seems like they've kind of tightened the rules around who's eligible for the rookie division.
Yeah.
I also think it's just a little luck. Like maybe you caught somebody who, I hate to say it, being a little bitch about it.
Yeah. And from what I was told, that's what happened. Somebody was just like looking at everybody's rosters and like Google searching.
Because I'm not gonna lie, you talked about reviewing the rosters. I do that like back then. Yeah. I don't do it now, but I was doing it back then because it's like know your opposing team better than you know yourself.
Yeah.
So it's funny because one of our years we were in our quarterfinals and we were scheduled to play the Tropics in the semis, and the Tropics had lost. I think they called themselves the Goats. But I told John, I said, I know if you beat that team, you were going to throw this pitcher against us. And he's like, damn, how'd you know that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, because it's my job to know you guys better than I know our own team. Because that's the little mental edge.
That's the chess match, yeah.
That's the chess match. And by them losing, then I was able to rearrange my chess pieces and start somebody else who was a better matchup against them and save who I needed to save. So it's those little things that sometimes get overlooked. that
Yeah.
when you're, we're paying thousands of dollars to go out there. Like, I'm gonna, my job is to make sure I put the right people in the right places so we could win.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Yeah, and a lot of that, like doing your homework,
Yeah.
with the SLTV platform, like I have the luxury of like I kind of know who's who in the areas, so when I recognize these names on rosters elsewhere, on tournament rosters, I know I'm just like, okay, these guys are stacked, these guys are stacked, these guys are stacked, but then I'll look at all the divisions, right? Just because of the podcast, we want to talk about it. I look at all the rosters of all the divisions, and I'll see the same names on multiple rosters in every tournament. And I'm just like, okay, these guys are connected with these guys, and these guys are connected with those guys. So like they're not cliques, but they're just like that's a group of players. That's a group of players. They all play together on these teams and things like that. So like when I see multiple players on different rosters on different divisions, I'm just like, all right, well, that something that a lot of teams don't recognize is in the NABA rules. You can't have that if it's
Anymore. You can't have it. So that's something new to this year.
That's new.
They changed the rules this year.
I don't know. They changed it a couple years ago. My first tournament, I remember reading that, but it wasn't highlighted the way it is, the way it's been highlighted this year. They they took it where it was in the rule book and they placed it somewhere else and put a big highlighter mark on it.
Okay, maybe that's it. But in the past, will do a scan of the rule book, and I've never seen it, and especially in Arizona. Well, that's the only tournament I do.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen it. They've also in the open division. I would ask the director for clarity. Just explain, the ex-professional rules a little vague, and you're allowed to have ex-professionals, but it's the matter of can they be active or not.
right.
And I know in the past few years there have been incidents where teams have brought out active professionals, and I just want to make sure we know the rules going into it. So I would just ask the question, please define this, elaborate. And basically what it's turned into now is their vision of the open division is bring your 9 best.
Whoever you can get.
As long as they aren't on an active major league team, bring your 9 best.
Okay. But a minor league team's okay if they're on a minor league contract?
Well, no, because minor league, the season's over.
Okay.
So at the end of September, minor league seasons.
But wouldn't they still be on?
Playoffs.
Wouldn't they still be under contract in that sense?
No, that doesn't. It's not. They're not under an act. They're not actively on a roster. Those rosters.
Okay.
End, and the way that they define the role.
The contract is active.
Roster.
The contract is active.
The contract's active, but they're not.
But the roster's not active. Okay.
The roster's not active, and so I asked the director, and he's explicitly said, the intention of the rule, bring your best 9. They just can't be on an active roster. So at that point, it's pretty much just minor league players still in playoffs.
Yeah.
And major leaguers.
Right.
And so I just, because like I said, I just want to make sure I understand the rules for how they're written and what the intention of it is, because if I interpret it differently and then I try and protest, then it's, that's not the intention of the rule.
Right. Well, so, by them explaining the intention of the rule, they've shown their hand.
Well, yeah.
Like now when you're like, hey, you do your protest and you're like blah 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 blah, and they're like, well, yeah, I did tell you that, and that now you got them. Like now they have to enforce.
Exactly.
They have to enforce
because we sat down before this and you explicitly told me this was how the rule is meant to be enforced. Now take it like those. Like the reason I said I don't read the teams, I mean, because a lot of those, like you look at the SoCal Titans roster, you're just gonna see baseball reference, like for all these guys, they all play minor league ball. So I know they all play minor league ball. I don't need to spend my time researching that.
Right.
But maybe some of the Sunday league teams, you might gotta you have to see who they have. Like, I don't care if they're on other teams in lower division. That's not relevant to me.
Right.
But I just want to know who's on their roster. And you talked about what's needed to win. I forgot to mention, I think a little luck is.
Oh yeah.
I think you need a little luck, and by luck, I mean if you have a 3-round playoff, luck would be you need to draw a Sunday league team one of those games, because trying to beat 3 Latin teams is, as we tried to do, is fucking tough.
Yeah.
But if you can happen to get, I mean, don't get me wrong, Platoon and the Tigers, they're amazing teams. Like even we played the Tigers this year, and it was a battle until the fifth or sixth. But
Yep.
if you can happen to get one of those teams in the playoffs, it's a little different than playing like Los Menores, El Molino, Obregon, Titans, and that's just one game where you don't got to face 9X minor leaguers. So
Right.
I think I've always said like a little lady luck on your side if you can you can.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's baseball.
manage
Like
that.
being successful is it's skill and luck.
Yeah. So the 2024 Titans, who did they beat? CBA Tigers, Platoon, and us. They played 3 Sunday League teams.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. And that's just the luck of the draw. I mean, like
Yeah, luck of the draw, complete luck of the draw. But it's just
next year their draw is going to be different.
yeah. I mean, this year they had to play Obregon in the first round, and Obregon beat the brakes off them.
Think. Right. Well, there you go, man. But hopefully I answered your question.
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully I answered your question. I think if you would have gave me that question like offline, like, hey, I'm gonna ask you this, so think about it, I probably wouldn't have came up with anything. Probably wouldn't have. Yeah.
Got to answer on the fly, you know.
Yeah, that's usually how you get a more genuine answer. Just kind of an on the fly, like off guard type of thing, man. Let me see. You've moved to the 18 Open. We've talked about that. Your 24 championship run. We've talked about that. Did we talk about 25? We did.
We
You went
did.
three?
It
Yeah.
was. We went 3-3. Fun year. Just fell short. Couldn't get the job done. Now, here's one last comment. So
Yeah.
there were two. I'm gonna say two things. So I talked earlier about like not going too crazy before the game. So Friday night we had a few new guys with us.
Okay.
And we played Platoon Saturday morning. So Friday night we had just beat the Tigers. We were back at the Airbnb. Started drinking. Conversations got a little out of control, and next thing you know, Cock Talk season 2 happens.
Okay.
So
Let's hear it.
I don't want to go into too much personal detail. That's kind of
You got to respect the integrity of Cock Talk.
Yeah. You got to respect the integrity. We'll talk about it offline. But the whole team was outside on the patio just drinking, fucking dying of laughter. Like
But that's the vibe.
That's the best. That's the best, man.
That's such a great thing to be a part of. It's like, yeah, you get the stuff on the field, but when you're starting to vibe really well off the field, then that just transitions you back on the field. It was just fucking awesome.
Yeah. It was awesome. And we let's see, we just had, like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail, and people shared some personal stuff during that period.
Yeah.
But ultimately, have you ever been to Paris, Boski?
Paris.
Yes.
That's in France, right?
Yeah. So
That Paris, not Paris, California.
No.
Paris, France.
I have not. I haven't been east of El Paso.
Okay, well, that's the conversation had something to do with what's in Paris.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just a fucking great time. We were, just bonding, and so we're up till 4 or 5 in the morning, fucking drinking.
Yeah.
Pass out, sleep like 2 hours. Our game against Platoon is at 8:30. I'm a stickler for being there on time, and I think I parked at like 8:15.
Oh shit! That's probably why you beat Platoon, man. Like you guys were chill. You guys were vibing, and everything was just right, and everything clicked.
Yeah, and that's definitely not like us, but it was just like things. That's just how things unfolded. That
you guys transcended.
And so we came out, and I was like, fuck, like the guy that was supposed to pitch for us was like, where the hell are you guys at? And we all
was there.
Yeah, we all stormed in at like 10-15 minutes before the game started. Just played a little bit loose, but like I said, it's not my preference. Like I said, hey, we need to be serious because we're playing guys that are more talented than us, so we need to make sure we're on top of our game. But that was a fun one. It was just a funny story. So
1000%, man. I love that. I love hearing stuff like that. I want to know more about what you guys talked about. We'll do that offline.
I will say this though,
motherfuckers gotta pay. They gotta pay for that conversation. How about that?
My first night there, this asshole did not open the door. I was banging on his window to his
Jesus.
bedroom. I can see him just knocked out, just in fucking dreamland. I'm banging on his window. No one's up.
So was
apparently.
David the only
front
one
door-
in the house?
No, there's
No.
people already in the house. But when I
Okay.
got there in the morning, the code didn't work. Apparently the lock just broke or something like that. We had to get that fixed the next day. So I couldn't get inside. So I'm there like at 1:30, 2:30 in the morning trying to get in. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We got the beach chairs outside. So I just got the chairs.
Oh
I
shit!
just knocked that outside.
You know, and
until
the
someone else
weather
came and actually woke someone up.
the weather would permit that.
It was beautiful outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we checked in Wednesday night, and the door was working fine, and then I fell asleep, and for some reason I woke up. I heard banging on the front door, and there was two others that had just arrived. So then I look at my phone and I see all these missed calls from Jesse. Where the fuck is he at? So like I'm looking around, I see his car, but I don't see him. So we go around back, and he's out fucking sleeping on a beach chair, next to the swimming pool.
It was great weather for it, too.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's Arizona for you. That's
Arizona's a different vibe, man. Like the 2 times I've gone, I will say, like, I wish I could have gone earlier in life, just to enjoy like playing over there more, like being on the field, right? Being able to play more defense,
body.
being healthier for sure. But the age brackets are there, so as I get older. And I'm able to continue to go, like, I'm going to consider the older divisions.
Do you think you could do 18 Open?
Right now, no. Not at the moment. Like, me physically, by myself?
He's going to be waddling.
I could take my at-bats. I feel like we face, like, whatever mid-tier talent would be in the Open, I feel like we face that in League. Because I feel like that might be a rough comparison. But like that's when, because the top talent's going to be all professionals or ex-pros or whatever. Can I take my at bats against the top dogs? I would probably give it to the younger guy, the younger, faster guy, and then give me the FBL equivalent. Give me those guys.
So if the daddies won. Mm-hmm. Would you go up to 18 Open, or would you move to 25s?
That's a great question. Because that's the only options, right? You have to move up to the Open, or you go to 25s.
There's also good teams in the 25s too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, honestly, I think 25-year-olds are just they're better than 18-year-olds. I think. I think they're more. I think they're because they're more developed into their bodies. And. What 18-year-old are you actually getting in the Open?
Correct. No, but I would say the teams themselves, like those 25, like, so this year they only had 25 minor. Those 25 minor teams are not beating Obregon, the team that what's Louis
Sunrocks.
Sunrocks.
The Sunrocks, Molino, Los Menordos, those 25 minor teams are not beating those guys.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think that's great, like, Sunday league level, like, tournament competition.
Mm-hmm.
But those 18 Open teams in playoffs are fucking nasty.
Oh, for sure.
They're not 18. Those guys aren't 18.
No,
there's not
not
one
at all.
18-year-old on that team. On any of those teams.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, the 18-year-olds are going to probably be in the lower divisions.
Yeah, the 18-year-olds are going to be 18 rookies.
Because
if they're just high school guys.
Yeah, because if you're a really good 18-year-old, like, you're in school, or you're pro, and like you just got home and you're chilling. Like, you're 18. What the fuck do you know? Yeah, like, you're not gonna go waste some of your time, waste your talent in what an 18-year-old would assume an adult league tournament is, right? An adult tournament.
And I mean, I think though, I'll go back. There's a team called the Night Train. Mm-hmm. They bring out some great players that I think could compete and maybe beat it. But like those other teams, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from them. And hey, we haven't won it yet, so I can't talk shit like that. But I'm just saying, like, there's the Latin 18 teams are a different breed. That's
for sure,
and they're especially in playoffs. In the playoffs, it's
I think the number the 18 part of it is going to be more attractive to better competition. You see 25s and you're like, nah, give me the 18s.
Well, the reason why is because a lot of those guys are getting ready to go to their winter leagues. So this is their prep for them to get ready for winter ball.
Right.
So that's why they do this tournament. It's the first one before MSBL, and a lot of these guys are getting in work before they go off to winter league. And and somebody had told me, like, you can just see, like, they play loose, they're listening to music, they're having fun. Whereas like the Sunday league guys, you're literally playing like, you're playing tense, but it's like you have to play like you can't make a mistake.
You should see me in the dugout. I'm pissed off half the time. I'm just like, fuck. Let's, because I
Someone
can't.
moves his bag.
Don't
Good
touch
luck.
my shit. Yeah,
Good
basically.
luck.
That's fucking
Don't
comedy.
touch his bag.
That's comedy.
Yeah, David. If you ever have if you ever have the privilege to play on one of my teams, you're gonna see me in the dugout just fucking raging, losing my shit half the time, just fucking pissed off. If like,
I got they here on time.
Oh my god, dude! Seriously, like Jesse gets there like 8:40, and I'm there at 8 o'clock, like doing my sprints to get loose. But like, I have to just because like my body requires it. Like Jesse can kind of show and go. That's what I'm saying. Like he still has the ability to like the physical ability.
Have a 4 a.m. cock talk session and then show up the next day. And play.
Exactly. Like I can't do that shit, bro. Like I'll just look at you like, hey, bro, don't play me today. Like don't play me in this one. I can accept it if I make the decision. Just now, like I'm old enough now to realize like, okay, I'm either playing tomorrow or I'm not. So I either want to have fun right now and not play tomorrow, or I'm gonna be a Debbie Downer and play tomorrow. So for me, it's black or white. It's black or white. I'm getting to a point in my life where I'm just like, oh, I get up, the body hurts. Like my left knee's fucked, dude. Like don't die for balls at the age of 40.
I didn't tell you about this, but I do have a bone to pick with you.
With me? Ooh, let's hear it. What happened? What'd I do?
You stole one of our pitchers.
I did.
Yeah, who did you steal from us?
Which tournament?
This tournament, this past Arizona tournament.
This past Arizona tournament.
Who played for us the year before that played for you?
I have no idea.
Rudy.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, duh.
That's right.
I did know that. I did know that. Yeah. I wouldn't say I stole them. It's by association because we combine teams with the Hammerheads, and that's his is what I call home, quote unquote, home team. So that was just by coincidence. It wasn't my intent. But he was a dog out there though. Like credit to him. Like he pitched a lot of innings for us, man. So.
Yeah, and so Rudy threw with us in 2024, and I never met him, but I came. I'm always out researching and looking for something that's different. And like I said, these guys want to see 92, 93.
Oh, he's different.
And so
he's
if
different.
you can, like again, if you can execute and you plan properly, he can fit in well in an open team. And and so we brought him out last year. Never had met him, but I kind of saw his video. He posted a lot of him pitching and said, I think this plays out here. And we used him in the perfect scenarios. And this year, I was thinking like I had mentioned earlier, we were up 2-1 against the Sun Rocks in the 7th. And that was the time we needed Rudy. Because I think if we have Rudy that game, we win. We close it out.
Yeah.
Because those guys, we were throwing in the low 90s.
And that's what that's their hitting speed, yeah.
That's their hitting. But no, he was dominant until he got the blood blister.
No God.
And if how I would follow him up is bring in Rudy. And Rudy was, in the prior year, he had done that. We threw him against the Sun Rocks, and he went through one time, got his 3 innings in, and then we brought in Milo to get the last 2 out.
Right. Oof, what a combination of switching it up, right? Like you got the shorter righty with particular stuff, and then you got the taller lefty with oddball, like described him earlier. Yeah, that's a mix of shit. Yeah.
So this year, like I said, we threw our guy. I don't like to name drop because I don't want anybody going after my arms, but we threw our guy, and he was cruising low 90s, good off speed, and then he comes in on huge blood blister, and so we're like, let's stretch it, go back out there. But in my managerial mind, it was more of this is the perfect scenario for Rudy, and Rudy would have came in, and I mean, you go from 91, 92 to Rudy, and it's
Mhm.
going to take one time through the lineup to
Mhm.
make that adjustment, but you're not going to get him more than once. So
Yeah.
that I think that was when I reflect back on it, I think that was ultimately the difference was we didn't have Rudy. And it
Yeah.
makes sense. Like Rudy told me, he's a super cool guy. I saw him,
Yeah.
he's just like, I wanted to get more at bats. Like, I mean, open division, like, you know what you got to
For
bring.
sure.
And so he last year, again, he was a great role model. He was super supportive on the bench. And when his name was called, he got his job done. And
Yeah.
unfortunately for us this year, he wasn't on the team.
Mhm.
But I think he would have made a difference.
Yeah, no, I mean that's how it goes, man. Like your players are your players, and when a certain formula works, you
Yeah.
want to try to do your best to keep that formula and execute it as much as you can. You
Oh
know,
yeah, and last year it worked perfectly, and I know a lot of people probably like, wait, what is he doing? Like, and I was like,
right,
watch, it's gonna work,
right.
and it worked. And Jesse will
I'm,
tell you, did you catch that game?
Yeah, caught that game.
Yeah,
I will say, I will admit, I was one of those people that said, "How is that gonna work?
Dude,
That's
he
not
was
good.
the whole
That's
time.
not
He's like,
gonna
"There's no
work."
fucking way he's gonna be able to pitch out there. No
Yeah,
fucking way.
I was sitting here on my phone, like, how in the flying fuck, and it worked.
He was not supportive at all.
Nah, I wasn't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. You know, like I'll take ownership for that. You
no,
know,
going into it, I was like, this is what we're,
I'm
and
just
you-
like, there's
when you
no
saw- when you
fucking
saw
way.
his name on our roster, you're like,
Yeah.
wait, David, is this who I think it is? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, just watch.
No shit.
It's gonna work.
Yeah,
It'll
no,
work.
but Rudy's a dog, man. Like I think,
is. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think it took me playing with him to see it differently. You know, and like he ate up a lot of innings for us, man, and like we ended up getting the 1 seed in 2025 in pool play. We got the 1 seed, and then we got bounced in the first round. And because the other team simply beat us, you know, and that was one of the games where there was going to be a protest, but you could say they were kind enough to let me remedy that, putting a certain pitcher on the mound. They're like, hey, if you pitch him, I'm gonna protest, but I'm gonna give you a chance to pull him. And they did, but they would have beat us regardless. We were beat. So like credit to them, like they beat us. They didn't beat us on a protest.
Yeah,
You know,
now I have
like
a question
Okay.
that your guys' bracket was set up that everybody made it, right?
correct.
And you guys were the 1 seed and had a team that probably didn't win a game in pool play come and beat you guys, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's why,
Yeah.
although it's
I want to
fucking
say that the pitcher that they pitched, like a taller black dude, his name was Dax, I think. And he threw all nine, and he plays in San Diego, I believe. He's like one of the, I want to say he's a war dog, but I'm not sure.
yeah. See,
Yeah,
that's
he
the
played for the
thing that
cluster
sucks that-
bombs. Yeah,
yeah, you go out there and you bust your ass and you
Yeah.
burn the guys out during pool play, and then everybody makes it, and then some
Yeah,
team's
yeah.
just been saving some guy. He probably drove up from San Diego the night before, and he's fresh, and so that's just how it goes.
Yeah,
and so
that's
I mean that's
possible.
tournament ball, but that's why this year's open format, it was like, you know what, I'd rather go 3-3 and say we lost it on the field than we go 5-1 in pool and then our 4-1 in pool and then get
Yeah.
our ass beat by some team that sandbagged.
yeah, man. Did we lose a game? I think we lost a game. Yeah, we lost. We went 3-1 in pool, but we lost to Kern County, to the Stars. No. I'm sorry. The team from Murrieta. What's their name? The fucking dude, I'm losing.
Not the
it.
Cucuys.
The Cucuys. It was the
Oh, the
Cucuys.
Cucuys?
Yes. Yeah, we lost to the Cucuys. Good squad. They were good.
Yeah.
They were
they've
good.
been playing for a while.
They just beat us into the ground, dude. It was that
They
simple.
won the tournament, right?
Yes, they did. So they're gonna
They
have to
actually
move
had
on.
a guy that one of their pitchers I was trying to get to pitch for us, and he fucking bailed to go pitch in the rookie division. I was like, come on, man! Like,
Yeah, that's how it goes.
yeah, and this dude was an indie league guy, and I was just like,
How long ago was he in Indie League?
I don't
you
want
know,
to shit. But
That's all I need to know.
I don't think it's considered.
But that-
it was,
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'll leave it to that. I don't wanna
Okay,
give
fair
it
enough. Yeah, we don't need to
But-
get into it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like, I didn't care. I don't give a shit. You know,
He was eligible. I'll just say this. He was eligible. He was not illegal because the league he
Fair
played
enough.
in wasn't considered indie league.
I got it. Understood. I know too much now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got anything, Jesse? Before we move on.
No, other than gonna. So when you get into the mindset for doing the 18 Open and everything. When you get there, do you still think you have enough, or are you still like before you get there? Do you still think like, oh, I could have had this guy. I should call this guy. I should call this guy, or are you just absolutely already set?
Can
I'm
I build?
confident in this.
Can I build on Jesse's question?
Yes.
I'm gonna build on his question with what he said. Also, like, what would be your advice for a new team going into the 18 Open in any tournament?
I can't. The regional tournaments are a lot different. They're more Sunday league based. So
Okay.
I can only speak to the 18 Open with the Latin teams.
Yeah.
I'm confident. You got to believe in yourself. You got to think you got, like, you know, like I say, you might not have the most experienced guys, but you got to think that you're going to play better and you can execute on the small things that'll get you the dubs. And you just have to be realistic in understanding that. You have to tell, like, hey, you're you know, these guys played in the minors, you didn't. Like, it's just you have to face reality and kind of, but like, you can still beat them. You just got to try a little harder, but you can still beat them. You got to, we play our game, we're going to win. And so I don't know, like, what advice would I give? Stick to your games, trust your gut. You know, in that Obregon game, we were going into that last inning, and I was thinking of maybe trying to put a different pitcher in, and, you know, just, you know, Jake's my guy, and I just said, you know what, we live with Jake, we die by Jake, and so we stuck Jake back on the mound, and he was able to get out the top of the ninth, and then that's the California tiebreaker rule. So because the time had ended, they started with a runner on second base.
Yeah.
And that was because of our 13-inning game with the Sunrocks, where the game was like 4.5, 5 hours long.
That's beautiful baseball, though. That's beautiful baseball.
After that, that's when they were being sticklers about the, you know, California tiebreaker rule.
Why is it called a California tiebreaker rule?
I don't know. I think it's something that they only do in California.
That's so.
Yeah.
So
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that being like tournament travel ball, like that was
a big thing for
that was implemented for me in travel ball, like growing up and stuff, just to get the game moving.
But ultimately, like, for a new team that's moving up from a lower division, just like trust in your guys that got you there. If you were successful at a lower division, you gotta roll with what got you there. Don't try and change the recipe. That's what our shortstop is still the same shortstop since the first year we went. It's his job, and we got to believe in him. And that's just kind of our mentality, is like, trust the guys that got you there. Obviously, you have to have a few extra pieces to kind of get the job done, but you got to believe in your core guys. And I think, like I said, if you're not spending $20,000, $30,000 on paying guys, which most Sunday league teams can't afford, then yeah, you just got to trust your guys that got you there and roll with them. And figure out, like I said, ways to give guys breaks. You can't have 18 guys that think they're all-stars. You have to have the 9 to 10, maybe 9 to 12 guys that know that they're going to get their ABs. And then you just got to have a few selfless team guys who are like, I'm totally fine playing in the field with limited ABs, and I'm here to have fun and ultimately do what I can do to help my team get the dub. And that's ultimately the recipe for,
confidence is key.
Yeah, and confident, believe in yourself. Like, you know what, hey, I don't, and even if you walk away, you just got to forget it and move on to the next one, and just, all right, what do I got to do to win this next game? You can't, and like, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's believing in your.
Yeah, that's probably pretty much it, because you don't want to dive too much into it, because then you're going to be giving away shit.
Yeah, a lot of teams see, like, I mean, there's a lot of rookie, and like, for the longest time, rookie teams would win 18 rookie and then go to 25s because they were scared to play open. And so, like, you just can't be afraid. Like, they're
I know some of those guys.
At the end of the day, they're playing on the same field as you.
Yep. Correct.
No matter what. At the end of the day, you got to remember that. You guys are on the same baseball field. So anybody can win. Anyone can win.
I'd rather get my ass beat than be the one watching in the stands.
Yeah.
I mean, yes or no, Jesse? Like, that's the man in the arena. The whole, like, little
playing than sitting. I mean, if you're in the stands sitting, then you obviously
Yeah,
You're
man.
regretting everything. You want to be playing.
That's
You wanna
what
be
got
on the field.
When I read that fucking thing by Teddy Roosevelt, Man in the Arena. I read that shit once, and I was like, "Fuck! I have to fucking play baseball now." After reading this, I have to play. I have to. After reading this, I have to play. I got to be in the trenches. If I want to talk shit about these motherfuckers, I got to be in there too, because I could still do it at the time of that decision. Ultimately, like in a nutshell, that's what brought my dumb ass back.
Yeah, so I mean, even the daddies, like I know your network is far broader than mine, and so I look at it like I know you could put a team that could compete. You probably would have to build a little chemistry with the guys, but I know you have the ability to get a group of guys together that can compete at the open level. You just can't be afraid. Like I said, at the end of the day, like you're on the same field as the guys. Like there's a reason that they're not playing Major League Baseball the third week of September.
Correct.
So anybody can win.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate the compliment.
If anyone can win, then I'm trying to think the past 3 or 4, or even 5 AZ World Series champs, were they all payroll teams, or was there an actual Sun League team that won it? I'm trying to remember.
Okay, let's go back. So
25 was
25 was Obregon.
Obregon, okay.
24 was the Titans. 23 was El Molino.
Okay.
22 was
shit.
Who was 22?
We have an app for that.
Was that Sunrocks?
No, Sunrocks were 21.
Okay, so there's your 21. What the fuck was 22?
Who 22 we played? Oh, Los Chamois.
Los
It's
Chamos.
the Titans.
Los Chamos? Okay.
Los Chamos. It's
Chemos
the
or something.
Titans.
Los Chemos or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
They called themselves something different, but it was the SoCal Titans. Those motherfuckers were nasty. 22, those motherfuckers were nasty. I saw the championship game. BIP started some guy throwing like 95, and they were pulling him in the gaps all day. Like, that team was fucking nasty.
What a name. I play for BIP.
The reason why it's called BIP is that's the sound the ball makes off the bat. That's the reason why he called it BIP.
Really?
Okay.
Interesting.
So yeah, 22
I thought it went
was them. 21 was the Sunrocks.
Okay.
20 was the Denver Royals.
They had it in 20.
They had it, COVID year, yeah.
Okay.
And
interesting. 19.
2019 was.
What was the Denver Royals a Moneyball team? Like
Denver Royals were a Moneyball team. I heard they were like picking dudes up in limos and shit.
That's awesome.
See,
must be nice. Sounds
That's
real
what
payroll.
I heard. I don't know. It just
sounds real payroll-y, man.
So
that's why it's called the Moneyball division.
Or at least the team is sponsored, and to an extent. I would imagine, like all those
Sponsored.
teams. You know what I mean, though. Like none of those players are paying to be.
No,
there.
yeah, all my.
They don't necessarily they don't necessarily have to be getting compensation, but maybe they didn't have to pay. They just expect you to show up.
Yep.
It's like, hey, I need you here, but because they're local teams. For the most part.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's why when they don't have a pool when pool play means nothing, they don't show up. They just come out Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, and if they don't have to pay, like they're not missing out on 4 games, 5 games of baseball that they paid for. Yeah.
Whereas we have guys that have like families and stuff, like they're taking time away from their family to be there, so they don't want to sit there and show up on Thursday and not play because they're saving themselves. They want to get as much action in as they can.
Yep.
So
I'm
with
him.
that being,
I'm
with that
him.
being said, do you think a non-Moneyball team would win the division in the next 3, 4, 5 years? Since the past 5, 6 years, 7 years, it has not happened.
Statistically, no. Can it happen? Yes. I mean, look at us. We were and we didn't have anybody so I think if just, again, luck with for instance, Jesse, I mean, you remember the game. If that, when Brandon hit that ball down the line that the first baseman just fell on and doubled us up, if that gets through, that's probably going to the fence. And, we take a 1-0 lead with a runner on third in the 4th inning.
Big momentum change.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I think if we had a chance. Has there been any other Sunday League team that's made it to the championship beside us? I don't think so.
The only thing I can think of before that was probably Loanda.
No, the Venados won in 2018. Venados beat the Denver Royals in 2018, and they were a Sunday League team. I watched. It was their Sunday League team. Like I knew
I
all
feel
9 guys
I
played
feel
against
like
us on
you
Sundays.
sent me a YouTube video of that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I've
that was
watched
a-
that game. I was just like, who the fuck are these guys? These guys are pros. And I think that was early on in this whole fucking tournament journey. Even though we've been doing this shit for what 5-6 years, going on 6 years.
Yeah, so back
Yeah.
then it wasn't like the open division didn't get crazy until COVID, when all the minor league divisions and rookie ball was cut from COVID. So
dudes were looking
up
for
until
somewhere to
that
play,
point, there wasn't really like there would be like one Latin team and then maybe BIP. But it wasn't as competitive as it is now. Back then, if anything, the rookie division was nasty because everyone used to sandbag to try and win a
Right.
ring.
And
So
then
the rookie,
they put in a new team name.
there was this team called El Paso Chucos,
Okay.
and
I love
they,
it.
yeah, they'd get like a grant from the city, and they would take all these guys that played. So the loophole used to be back in the day was you found rookie ball, you couldn't have professionals. LMB didn't count. So they would just bring a
Love
full
it.
team of LMB guys
Right.
and play in the rookie division. And these guys were fucking nasty. That's still to this day one of the better teams I've played, even considering like the teams who played in open ball.
Yeah.
And yeah, they would play in the rookie division.
Yeah.
And so back then, the rookie was actually a little I wouldn't say it was tougher than the open, but like it would be the bracket setup was 24 teams,
Oof.
top 8 make it.
I like that.
And
I love that.
Yeah, that one year it was like 24 teams, top 8 make it. So you pretty much had to go 4-1 at minimum to make playoffs. So every game was like,
Right.
meant something. And then you got into playoffs and had to win 3, So, but it's kind of, NABA's done a thing where now they have the American and national division. So they try and cherry pick the better teams to shift over to the national division
Right.
because, balance out competitiveness
Yeah.
in the rookie division. So that may, because a lot of those national teams would just walk over the American teams, except for if an American team like happened to just like come through new that stacked. It wasn't close. So they, little competitive balance, they switched it into 2 divisions. But before that, like 16, 17, the rookie division was nasty because you basically had to go, like you had 5 pool games, you had to go 4-1, and then you'd get into an 18 playoff little bracket. And yeah, our first year we did it.
Where every game means something. Like you have to play to win. You have to.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the true purpose of a tournament. Like playing to win every game. That's how I try to set up our roster. Like if I'm looking for guys, like okay, like we have our guys, and then so I'll try to match up the pitchers with certain teams based off of how I kind of know them, and come up like you, David. You come up with your game plans. I do the same shit, man. And like sometimes I'm sitting there, I'll flip a coin. I'll be like, fuck, I don't fucking know. Like me and Frank can't figure out like, all right, who's throwing against who. I've flipped a coin, bro. Just like fuck it, let's do it. That's who's going, and then I just walk away from it. Like, all right, next one. What's the next decision we're making? And then we try to line up the relievers a certain way, and also like player availability is. They'll tell you like I'm available Friday, I can't do Saturday, but I can do Sunday. So like that's another, like if I'm only gonna have you for one day, possibly I'm gonna use you that day.
Did you get that in Arizona?
Yes.
For guys that had traveled from like LA area.
There was
greater area.
There was a couple of guys that weren't there for Wednesday, Thursday, rolled in Friday, dipped out Saturday. Yes, dude. Like they were only there for 2 days. They paid the full fee and everything. I was just like, I can't cover you, bro. Like I'm sorry. And so that did happen.
So we will have that occasionally with pitchers because you got to get
Yeah.
pitchers out there, and so sometimes, like unfortunately, you might have a guy who's like, I'm only free this game, so then I have to make it work.
Exactly.
But some of the guys, they're like, hey, I'll be there. Just tell me what day what field and what day, and I'll be there.
Yeah.
And that's when I can kind of do my magic to kind of make things fall into place how I want them. So,
dude, if I was a pitcher and I was a stud, I think I would still want to be there. Yeah, I'm not a pitcher. I'm not a stud like that. But if I was, I would want to be there every game just so that I can contribute somehow, like first base coach, third base coach, like because third base coaches still have to make a decision on stopping runners and sending runners and being aggressive and all that stuff, right? Not everybody's good at that, but if you can find somebody that's good at that, you know, like shit like that, this little shit, it's important, or just like somebody that's on the outside looking in, they'll provide like a perspective, and you're just like, you know what, you're right, like let's roll with it, and then you know you adjust on the fly.
Yeah.
You have guys going to play one game and then they go golf.
And you don't see them the rest
They'll
of the
spend
time.
the whole time golfing until they got to come back and play.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. I need guys there. It's part of the chemistry. That's just me though. That's just that.
I have my own thoughts. I won't say anything, but I have my own thoughts.
Oh yeah, I respect it. Everybody's different, man. Everybody's different.
Everybody's different. It's no, and I feel you. And like for instance, like you know, Kersh comes out. When he's not pitching, he's everyone's biggest supporter, and you know, like, giving people advice. I mean, like I said, he played in the. He's one of our few, you know, our ex-professionals. So he's doing a lot on the side to help people, kind of, you know, mental approach, things like that. Talking with pitchers, kind of if they're doing anything wrong, he's kind of giving little tips and tricks here and there. So yeah, very instrumental to the success of our organization in Phoenix. But then there's some guys where I'm like, you know what, you just show up when you need to pitch and go home after. I don't need you there the whole time.
No, definitely. When you can get knowledgeable players that can contribute, you know, with their knowledge like that, it's a huge luxury, and you have to take advantage of that. You have to take advantage of that. You know, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Like you can't really. There's not much you can pay for. You know, you can see my kid in the background right here.
No, yeah, it's crazy because having people like that on a team that doesn't have that experience, it changes a lot of things. It really does for hitting and pitching. Like it's ridiculous. You have that mental approach for someone that's pro ball for hitting, and it's just seeing their approach and how they approach pitchers, seeing how they would take and okay, what do you think he would do on this at bat? What do you think he would do on this pitch, on this count? You know, it's awesome having stuff like that. And then for him being the pitcher side of it, it's awesome because it's like Kersh is just, I can't help not glazing him so much because he's just a dog. He's awesome. He's such a good pitcher. He's so knowledgeable. So if he sees a hole in someone's swing, he's going to keep tacking that hole, keep tacking that hole. If he'll see it on the side, he'll let you know and be like, just keep tacking that spot. He's not going to hit it.
Yeah, because you caught his first game, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you caught his game at stadium. Our stadium game.
That was against the Pirates. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. He's a beast, and I didn't realize because he looks younger than he actually is. When he told me his age, I was like, "Holy shit, really? Damn! I want to be able to do that when I get to your age."
I'll be able to move when I get to his age. But, you know, he's a fucking dog. He's like I said, we wouldn't be where we were at tournament wise without him, because he's made such an impact on our team and gave us a lot of confidence. Like going into that like 23 championship, like fuck, we still got Kershaw on the mound. Like it was a wrap. Even in 21, after he just did his, you know, 6 or 7 warm-up pitches, like all of our team was like, holy shit, where'd you get this guy, David? And yeah, we from that point on we knew like, oh yeah, we got this in the bag. They aren't touching him.
And like you said, it was just all from a message he sent to you just from watching one of your videos.
Well, it wasn't a video. It was the story of us, of me being like, fuck, we lost in 13, and he's just like, I'll get you a ship. Yep. I'm like, all right, and he stuck to his word. So, you know, I told them, all right, we'll get you that 18 open ring, and even though I'm in Dallas now, I've committed to the guys. I'm still gonna run the team for Arizona. So, you know, expect you back, Jesse.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get, you know, it might take a little while, but we're gonna figure out a way to get it done. I'm like I said, even this past season, like we're having fun, we're bullshitting around, but I'm still focused on recruiting for next year. I already got a few arms I've talked with about trying to get out to, you know, and it's like I said, it's like throwing, you know, darts at a board. Yeah, people say, yeah, I'm interested, and you know, if I talk to 5, if 1 shows up, okay, good job. that's a success.
Yeah, 'cause that's a big thing, especially 'cause I've seen it when every tournament I've played with, guys are supposed to show up. They're going to be showing up. Okay, and then they just either ghost or they just bail last minute, and you're just like, okay, now I just got to shift a few things and make it work.
Yeah, and then you find your staples. Like, I mean, you've played with us the last 2 years. You saw Big Pete.
Yep, I've played with and against him for many years. I remember his days when he used to play with Loanda. So yeah, I know Pete.
Yeah, Big Pete. He's I had been one of our guys moved out there and was playing with him, and I had been asking him year after year, and he was loyal to BIP. And he told me if BIP ever drops out, throw with you guys. And he stuck to his word. As soon as they weren't in the tournament anymore, backs, it's like, all right, David, I'll be there. And he's been with us the last 2 years, and I know other teams are like fucking knocking on his door every day for him from him. And he's like, nope, with the Threshers until they're not playing 18 Open anymore, I'm loyal to them.
Yep.
And don't pay him a penny. Just shows up, great guy. Great.
That's hard because especially since he's living out there, he knows all those guys out there in Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And he, yeah. Just, hey, appreciate you helping us out. He's a great person. We chat on the side throughout the season. I mean, I'm sorry, throughout the year. But yeah, that's just what it's about. It's about finding guys like that are willing to, throw for you in games that you need. And it's super flexible. Like I said, initially I was like, oh, you're going to throw our first playoff game if we get to Sunday. And then I had to come back and say, actually, I need you this game on Saturday. And he's like, all right, I'll be there. Just let me know when you need me and I'm ready to go.
That's one of the many qualities I like about you is your scouting ability. If you've never really seen the person in person, just like you said, you're a finance guy, you analyze things, and just say how you're able to bring guys that you've never seen before on a team and just make it work, make it gel. That's freaking awesome. That's not easy to do.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of take your time, read in between the lines. Like I remember hearing you talk about your background, and you were catching in college, and you hadn't, going up to last year, you kind of stopped catching.
Yeah.
And we needed a second catcher, and I was like, but I know he said he's done this in the past, and he seems like a team guy, and he's not gonna throw his hands up in the air if he doesn't get his fair shake of ABs, but ultimately he's gonna fill a role and he's gonna have fun, and that's what kind of you've done. We're so grateful to have you on the team, and
Love that. You guys
welcome
bonded.
back.
Yeah, I had to step away for a sec. Yeah, but if you guys need a cup check, I could definitely use it. Cup check? Jesse, cup check?
Cup check? Oh yeah, sure. I'm out of my
cup check. We'll be back.
Cheers.
Do something, mate. Time him at least.
Give me your watch.
Could be a record. That counts. How long? I ain't gonna ask again.
Shut up, Doris.
Keep timing. Hey, May, how long?
Doris. Boy, that was some good peeing.
And we're back. David, what's your refill? What are you drinking?
Same shit. I got two cans.
Two cans. Oh, you're double fisting now, or you got two cans for the for the recording.
Yeah, same exact thing. Founders Laura Bloom Hazy IPA.
Nice. Jesse, same thing.
No, I switched it up to 805.
Oh, okay. It's all blurry.
Out the drinks all the time.
It's all blurry. Yeah, you need to fix your thing. Here, I got my whistle pick. Ooh, did it pick up? Did the mic pick that up?
Yeah, I did the little
like a little. Yeah, we had a lot of fun conversation off mic. You got to pay for that. There's no price for that. Can't nobody afford that information. I'm drinking the Whistle Pig, of course. I'm drinking it straight, so no ice, no nothing. Whistle Pig Rye, blah, 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 blah. Rewind if you want to know exactly what I'm drinking. And so, anyways, David, you're from SDABL, SDABL. We have some champs. Got a couple of champs. Some of the in the 18 AAA where you come from. Let me see who played. It was your Sluggos against the Point Loma Pirates in the championship. Point Loma Pirates came out on top. Seems like they'll be going. Do they do the shotgun in winter?
No, they don't. Top Gun, not shotgun. Top Gun.
Does that mean I have to shotgun my my water?
I was on shotgun that bottle of whiskey behind you.
Oh no! If my wife's looking for a good time, I'll shotgun the Whistle Pig.
I'm gonna text her right now. Let her know you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. Okay, so there was a AAA champ, or is AAA still playing? I'm not entirely sure, but and then we have the champs in, I want to say, like 18 AA, which would be the SDABL Braves.
Yes, their starting pitcher Jacob is one of my guys as well.
Oh, okay. So
he plays for them on Saturday.
Jacob Noland. Jacob Noland.
He threw against the CBA Tigers in Arizona.
Okay. Would you say he's a flame?
He's too good. He's too good to be playing in that division, but just work schedule, just life. He just can't. Sundays is tough for him.
Sundays is tough. Okay.
Yeah. He was a tryout player, so I found him at the tryouts. And
how many players have we find in the fucking tryouts over there?
Jesse, you should listen. You should listen to San Diego Aztecs. His name is Jose. He's the manager of the San Diego Aztecs. He does Last Batter podcast. It's on Spotify, so this is a free ad. Because I enjoy the podcast, and they have Brendan. They have another guy, Tony Mino, Santee Dodgers, I think. Brendan plays on the San Diego Tigers, and Jose he runs the Aztecs. And them three, they do roundtables, but Jose is like the main host, and he does interviews and stuff. And they stick to only SDABL, which is pretty cool.
That is kind of cool, yeah.
It's cool, and I liked how it's evolving. Like initially, it's kind of like, let's do a clean cut interview and blah, 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 and you do the clean cut interview, right? But then like you start to evolve a little bit, as we have here. And I see this podcast doing the same thing. However, they're due for an episode. So I think I can get us on there if I ask. Well, Jose has asked. He asked at the wrong time in life. And I was in between some stuff as it pertains to the podcast. And so then I never got back to him. I was just like, let me get back to you. And then I didn't get back to him. And so this was roughly peak power rankings. Something like that. David, did we elaborate on the power rankings? Did we dive into it a little bit? No. I really wanted to get your thoughts out loud on those, on all that. So before we do though, so SDABL champs, we have the Sluggos. No, excuse me, the Point Loma Pirates. We have the Braves. Shout out to them. They left an SOS, so we'll get to that. We have SOS. We have some voice DMs. I'm gonna ask you some thoughts on some of your favorite leagues and some of the teams that we follow in all this kind. I know you follow some teams, and you pay a lot of attention. Some would say you like to do some high stakes things. And then we'll get some final thoughts before we wrap it up. And so so shout out to all the champs out in SDABL. I currently can't look everybody up, but Braves, Point Loma Pirates, and then I have the San Diego Tigers in the 35s. You know Brendan Meredith?
Yes. He used to play for the Sluggos, actually.
Yes, he did. Cool dude, man. I talk to him all the time. Shout out to him. He's on the Tigers 35s. They're advancing to their championship. They're not playing the Aztecs, so it won't be a pot of championship for them. I just don't remember who they're playing. Maybe I'd have to look it up. But
funny story, when I was actually starting the team.
Okay.
guy who ran the team, I think his name was Jose at the time.
Okay.
He tried to we were messaging, like I started the team and
This is the Sluggos? You're referring to the
No,
Sluggos?
no. I'm talking about the Aztecs.
Okay, so is it the same Jose that does the pod?
Yeah. The
Okay.
same Jose, he's like a lefty. He throws really slow, but he's
Okay.
a cool guy.
He's mentioned that he throws slow on his pod. Yeah. So he owns it. He owns it.
Yeah, he owns it.
Okay.
I want to say at the time he was running, because Abe runs it now, but I don't know if it was Jose or Abe. But either way,
he's mentioned in Abraham, so okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And at the time, who started the team was 4 of us, and we both basically posted on the forums that we were looking for guys to help fill out the roster. And he just reached out and said, hey, as opposed to starting a new team, how about you just bring your 4 over and join us? Because there was a split. They used to be called like the Los Amigos, and a bunch of them split off to create the Aztecs, and he was trying to convince me to go play with them. And I turned it down, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, that was kind of interesting story.
Interesting. So it's all connected. You played against Brendan. Good comp, right? Or he's just he's probably
this was a handful of years back, but he was the Sluggo's kind of main pitcher back in the day.
The ace,
and, he was pretty good. He was a solid arm. Wasn't overpowering, but he was
knows how to
people
pitch.
Off balance. Yeah, knows how to pitch and kept people off balance. I would say.
Nice.
Straight shooter. So
yeah, that's a good to keep in mind.
Jesse,
I know
are you a straight shooter or are you a curve shooter?
99% of the time, I'm a curve shooter.
Okay, respect that.
David, how do you feel about Jesse drinking Yoo-hoo, of all things?
I fucking love it. It's Jesse's,
Hell yeah.
Jesse's in the financial. Jesse's an asset to the Sunday League community, and
definitely, 1000%.
And I love it. It's just it's a good little play, but it's authentic. It's Jesse. If you know Jesse personally, it's his personality. He's a fun guy and loves to joke around, and so I think it fits him pretty well. But yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I agree. I will say though, I do have him being fraudulent on video from last week's game, which is why we lost, because he's being fraudulent. Stay tuned in the vlogs. But I did want to say, do you guys think that I should make a YouTube video of my stupid fucking face talking to the camera saying like, hey guys, I'm trying to catch up on my vlogs from 2 years ago, so stay tuned for all that.
No, just fucking roll it out there.
Necessary. Just
drop
them.
Roll
them out.
Just roll them out and just make sure to state when it was, because I'm anal about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, appreciate the effort. Life gets in the way of shit. Like, you know what? Hey, when you get it out, you get it out. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, I know a lot of people were waiting for the Mets one because,
for sure,
the hype around them.
Right.
But, and let this be known, I'd love to see them in Arizona. I mean, I know they won 18 rookie, and
their souls are mine.
I'd love to see them in 18 open.
They need the pitching.
Hey, that's their manager's responsibility.
They need the pitching and the defense.
That's their manager's responsibility.
Need the pitching, the defense, the hitting.
There. I just, I want to see all these guys. I want to see all these teams there. It's fun,
Yes, 1000%. Like, even if that would be your Sunday League, the podcast tournament, if teams could keep their rosters intact.
No, you see that's
but
the problem.
Yes, that is the problem.
It's like, for instance, on Sundays, we never would. Like, I remember being in the old boring chat, and
what boring
that doesn't
chat?
exist.
Okay. There's no boring chat. It's great. Any chat I'm in is great.
It was a boring chat, and you guys would talk about you flip-flopping pitchers and all this, and we would just run with a guy. And there was a guy who was our starter, and there was a guy who was our reliever, and maybe we stuck somebody in the middle for an inning or two.
Right.
And that was it. And we had the same recipe.
I see.
So the Sunday team wasn't built. Our Sunday team wasn't built to go to, some Sunday League tournament and just only play with our Sunday League guys, because we only have one. Like, these guys are taking time out of their schedules. Like, if our starter was only a starter only, like we had 2 different guys.
You play one day out of the week as a Sunday League team. Like, why the fuck do you have a rotation?
Yeah, why do you have a it just doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe 2 starters, or like 2 guys that start. One starts one day, one starts the other week, and then you got your closer, like, and then like the one that doesn't start is the reliever, like for the week, like, or you play the matchup. You just play the matchup.
Yeah, and we had a guy who, if he was available, he would start, and for some reason, if he was gone, then Jake could throw all 9.
Yeah.
And so that's how we've ran it for the past 10 years, is I'd have a guy who'd start, and then Jake would come in after. Or I'd have a guy who'd start, and then I'd have somebody for like an inning or 2. And,
Man, fuck taking vacations. I need to go pitch.
But the whole concept of, we're going to have a tournament, but you can only bring your Sunday League team. It's like, well, we don't
1,000% agree.
With it, you know, but I have guys that, like, for instance, like Jacob Nolan, like he's occasionally out the blue, he'll show up for us. I mean, I think one season he played in most of our
Jacob
games.
Nolan getting all the love tonight. Let's go.
Right, yeah. I mean,
And he's got ass. He got some ass. I saw a picture. I saw a picture of some ass.
I didn't see anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, Jacob was, you know, I found him at the tryouts, played with us for a season, and now he's just like a filler. Like, if he's free on a Sunday, he'll come out and play with us. But when I was like, hey, you want to come out to Arizona and throw a game? I'll give you the stadium game. I think we had to play the Tigers, and again, a matchup. Like, hey, Sunday League team, but I think he'll do pretty well. And I want to say he went 4 or 5 innings against them. He was, and that was straight. Like, he literally drove up, got out the car, and started 20 minutes later. So wasn't the best of situation, but we made it work with.
But if he just came from like a 5-6 hour drive.
Yeah, he just came from a 5 or 6 hour drive, and I had told him, like, bro, you need to make sure you get here with plenty of time to allow yourself to stretch and get warmed up. And he literally was walking down this, like, drove from San Diego.
You're sitting there shitting bricks, like, where, fucking Nolan, where are you?
Yeah, and I mean, he did well. I mean, he was a little tight, but he, I want to say he threw 5 against the Tigers and
5 valuable innings,
one run, and I mean, like I said, the Tigers, they were still solid.
Yeah, the Tigers, they can pick up some guys, man. I don't know how their recruitment is.
It was competitive. I mean, they didn't win a game in Arizona, but it was a competitive.
They're competitive for the most part.
Yeah,
every game
like Jesse. Yeah, it was a competitive game. It was close, and they threw one of their.
So they're like an FBL Gators comparison. We compete, but we don't win everything.
In that tournament, yes.
Yeah, like if you're comparing the two, like if, you know, if there was an equivalent. Shit. You guys keep going.
No, just thinking back on how the Arizona tournament's going, everything like that. You talking about Sunday League? Are you going to be playing Sunday League out there? In the new hometown, or?
I was actually gonna ping Boski about that, about trying to find a little team in Dallas. Like, if has anybody ever reached out to you from this area about?
From Dallas, no, but there's a league in Austin. There's somebody I can connect you with in Austin,
right.
But I don't know how far Austin is from Dallas.
Austin's fucking far.
Okay.
And, yeah, no. I'll just try and find a team here.
Yeah.
I won't run it or anything. I told the guys my main focus is recruiting for Sundays. And maybe I find somebody here, maybe I don't, but just using the network, social media to find guys for Arizona. My last thing, I mean, I want to play as long as I can, but definitely with the Threshers is to win AZ Open, and without spending $25,000 or $30,000.
That's a feat in itself, man. I think that's a legit trifecta.
Yeah, that would be a trifecta. So
that'd
we
be
won
the
rookie,
trifecta,
national, minor, and if we win.
Have you ever won American?
No, there was an American one.
Okay.
No, there was. So we played the year we won 2021, and there wasn't. We've always been a national.
Okay, so you've only done national and up.
So when we first started playing, the first 2 years there was just one division, and then the first 2 years there was just one division, and then the third year is when they started the American national thing. So we started from national out the gates.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the Sunday League Daddies. We did national Firecracker 2024. Yeah, it was 2024, and we won it. It was only a 4-team division, so it's kind of like I want to win like a bigger bracket, which took us to 2025 kickoff, this last one, which we lost to the eventual champs, which was a fucking hell of a game. Didn't win. That would be the OC Tritons, so they won that one. And then we went with the Firecracker. We took the 1 seed. We take the 1 seed in like almost every tournament out of pool play. Then Firecracker, we take the 1 seed. We get to the championship against the Indian Kings, which is a lot of our homies. over here in FBL.
Big Mike
Big Mike, fucking Big Dick Mike, he fucking
swung his big dick.
And hits the game-winning home run. They were the visitors, but essentially it was the game-winning home run, it was the go-ahead run, and they beat us with like 8-4 or some shit like that. Because that was the dagger in the heart, right?
Yep.
But, yeah, man, like ultimately, all that to say, like, just the competition in the tournaments, it's always going to be stacked. Like, I'll never put a team in the American. It just doesn't make sense to me. But like we had talked about earlier, you asked me about like what I would do different like from Arizona. I'm gonna do that from now on. Like just better put the team in based off the players I can get. But also trying to keep the core intact. You know what I mean? And so.
Yeah, that's what you have to. I mean, keeping the core is the most important part. Like we've had the same core throughout this whole journey, and the toppings, I'll say, will change over time, but the core has
the toppings. Stick. Yes, I like that.
But the core.
We can compare building a tournament team to baking a pizza
or making a cake
or baking a cake. Yeah, man, I like that.
That was cake.
Yeah, but I love cake.
But how many toppings can you put on a cake in comparison to the toppings you put on a pizza? Like the pizza, like you can't have a supreme cake, but you can have a supreme pizza.
You can have a supreme pizza, but you can put, little
Jesse.
You can put whatever you want on the cake. All different types. You put donuts, cookies, throw ice cream on there.
You putting anchovies on a cake?
No, you're not putting. But
if you're a sick bastard and really high, yeah, you might.
Mostly you put anchovies.
No. No. I'm just saying that you can.
Yeah, so take that back.
Okay, Boski, I have a question. If you ordered a Caesar salad and there was anchovies on it, would you eat it?
No, it's not a Caesar salad.
Yeah, it is.
Caesar salad don't come with anchovies unless I'm just uncultured.
Hold on. You're uncultured. You uncultured swine.
Yeah, you got me. You got me there. You got me there.
The Caesar salad was originated in Tijuana, Mexico.
Tijuana.
And at I don't know what the name of the hotel was, but it legitimately has. I'll send you a picture right now.
Okay.
It has. Its sauce is based off of anchovies.
It's an anchovy sauce. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's like it's full on like
so Caesar dressing is anchovy.
I don't know if it's dressed. Hold on, let me.
Maybe it has an anchovy base or like an.
It has an anchovy. It has an anchovy base.
I can do sardines. I can't do anchovies.
Or sardines and anchovies the same shit. Like if we're being honest, it's the same shit. It comes from the fucking ocean, which fuck the ocean.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a picture, Mr. Boski.
Mr. Boski. Imagine my preschoolers when I was in the preschool program if they called me Mr. Boski. They called me Mr. Ralph, but
Mr. Ralph.
Yeah, Mr. Boski's wild.
Okay, check your phone.
Okay, let's
guarantee it's a dick pic from.
Okay. Imagine, yeah. If it was a dick, I would be like, all right, you set me up good.
Dude, that would be awesome. Like honestly, that would have been so awesome.
I feel like that's definitely an anchovy.
Just like the veiniest penis he's ever seen.
Oh, that's fucking his tatted anchovy on there.
Curved to the left.
Oh right. Shit, these anchovies are definitely curved. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at a Caesar salad.
Caesar salad, and
Caesar salad with some
true Caesar salad has full anchovies on it.
Is that bacon? Am I looking at bacon?
I don't know. That's just like a weird colored piece of lettuce.
Maybe
that's just like a piece of red lettuce.
It's something. Where did you have this? So this is your stock. This is your picture.
My picture in Montreal.
In Montreal, so it's Canadian Caesar salad.
But no, it's. I've had Caesar salads in America too, where they've put like full on anchovies. Like I said, if you after we get off this, search it and you'll see that it's anchovies. I'm pretty sure it's the base for the sauce, like a real sauce, not the artificial shit we eat, off the shelves, but a real Caesar salad has anchovies in it.
Yeah,
that's I didn't.
Let me see. Caesar salad AI overview, right? You guys know how much I love AI. The Caesar salad was invented in 1924 by Italian-American restaurateur Cesar Cardini in Tijuana, Mexico, to feed hungry American tourists during Prohibition, not named for Julius Caesar, as a dramatic tableside creation using simple ingredients like romaine, eggs, olive oil, and Parmesan with anchovies being a later addition. Its unexpected success led to its global fame, boosted to celebrities visiting Tijuana, and later popularized by figures like Julia Child becoming a culinary sensation. Blah 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 blah. Ultimately, anchovies is in this AI overview.
Yeah, see, told you.
Damn.
It's disgusting. I didn't eat it, but I was like, fuck this.
Did you you picked them off?
Oh yeah. I tried to be like, all right, act like I've been places in my life, and I started eating it, and I was like, this is fucking disgusting.
That's fucking funny. I love that. Shout out to anchovies. Shout them out.
Jesse, next year in the fridge, we're gonna have cans of anchovies.
I'll fucking eat it.
Dude, I don't know.
We'll have Milo cook something up for it.
Big Lots is closed down, right? Entirely.
No.
Big Lots. Because I've found like dried sardines like packages at Big Lots, dude, like in their little food section. I'm just like, ugh. Sardines from Big Lots is gross. Ain't no fucking way. I know.
Go to Big Lots to get food.
I mean,
No.
you'll find some stuff. I used to buy Monsters at Big Lots. Like they had them there.
Something like that.
Yeah, shit like that. Or like don't buy food from Dollar Tree. Like nah, dude, that's gross.
I don't think I'd go to Big Lots and buy.
Dude,
like,
I get
any
the
poultry.
munchy stuff from from Dollar Tree. What are you talking about?
The munchy stuff. I don't know what the munchy
Where do you
stuff.
buy your yoo-hoos?
You used to actually get those at Walmart.
Okay.
I get more of the cans.
Good old Walmart. Sometimes
They sell them at Costco?
the grocery
They
outlet.
sell them at Costco, but not in the can form. They sell them in the juice box.
I haven't seen them at Costco.
I've seen them at
They're there.
Costco before.
You
Yeah.
just haven't looked hard enough, Boski.
Maybe I.
You don't
Well,
go
I'll-
looking. You don't go there looking for that. I do.
Fair enough. There. Last time I found them, I found like a $10 case of like a 48 pack for $10. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this for Jesse. That was yeah. You remember those?
That lasted like a week.
You don't save them for games.
No,
There's
I
no
do.
way they have an expiration date.
They do.
That's gross.
They
They
have
should.
expiration date. They're like Twinkies.
Imagine if they didn't.
They're like Twinkies, last forever.
Dude, I'll fuck a Twinkie up. You want
You love
instant?
that cream filling, don't you? You sick bastard.
I walked into that. All right, David, here on SLTP, we love the FBL. My question to you is, how much do you love the FBL? We glaze it like a motherfucker because it genuinely has.
I'd say you dick ride it.
Yeah, we turn on it and everything, bro. With that being said, do you like the perception that we give on the FBL? Do you think it's authentic? And what are some of the teams that you like and follow that you pay attention to?
Okay, I would say sitting in the in prior discussions with members of the FBL, I'd say I probably became annoyed with it just because of how much it was talked about.
Okay, it's fair. That's
So,
fair.
It was just more of an annoyance thing, like like the little gnat that you just can't get away from you. But I will recognize the talent in the division. There's a lot of talent.
Yes.
So I will give it credit there. I can't comment to the exact teams because I really I've played a few, but that was like before the pod got more well known, and I think with that came along a drive to be more competitive. So I'd say probably the league has advanced in competition or improved competition over the years. But I would say there is a lot of talent and a lot of talented players in the league, hands down.
I would agree. Yeah, that's a good evaluation of the FBL. Some teams are top. Let me rephrase. Kind of like our Gator squad, for example. Like, we'll compete with a team, but we're not always going to win. But there's teams that are like, chances are they're going to win. And then you'll get your teams that are in their championships, and like those top four, like you just don't know what's going to come of it. And because
I'd say it like this: there's good Sunday league teams, and there's good teams that transition to tourney ball. And so
Yes.
there's teams that are great for one game, but they're a one-trick pony.
yes.
And then there's teams that have depth. That they could go to a tournament with their core and succeed more often than not.
Yeah.
So I'd say like there's two different things. I like the Gators, they seem great crew, like friendly guys, but maybe you're not built for tournaments. You're
Correct.
competitive in Sunday League team in games, but I don't know, like tournaments, it's up in
like
the air.
I could say that the Gators would probably be a top dog in like American. We can compete in national, but then you put us in minor. It's like
Hold on. One thing you're forgetting is
okay,
you're just talking about a game. Could you compete game
the tournament.
3, game 4,
A series,
game
yeah.
5?
Well, that's
after
where
those guys have had some innings under their legs. That's
Yes.
a different story. So that's where it's kind of like,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
How does somebody do after they've had 17 at bats in a 24-hour period?
And you see Frank running down the line every game. No.
He like stumbles down the line the whole way.
So don't get me wrong. Like I said, there's a lot of talent. I haven't played teams at the open level from the FBL, so I can't comment on that.
Okay.
I mean, our 4-hitter is Milo. I mean, he's a fucking dog.
Yes.
And I'll throw Milo on the mound against anybody. And even this year, I was trying my best to save him for the playoffs because I'm like, I know, like, I could throw him on the mound, and I wouldn't be surprised, like, if we had made playoffs, if he would have thrown, started the first game and maybe even went into the second. So the talent is there. It's top notch, but I just can't comment on the teams because I haven't seen them at that level yet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's fair. Like, you for the longest, like, you've been down in San Diego. It's like, why would you drive all the way up here?
I mean, you came to see us, but like, okay, then we talk about the Sluggos. Like, okay, the
Yes.
Sluggos do go to Arizona and they've played open and they play with their core. And so I know, like, okay, they're a great Sunday League team, but this core also has the ability to play into a tourney. Now, I know the past few years they haven't done the best, but I know they did back in 2013. I think they made the semis.
Okay.
So yeah, they got a
2013?
No, sorry, 2023.
Okay, I was about to say, like, that was a long time
That was
ago,
my
dude.
prime
Sorry.
of going to Arizona.
Jesse was in college.
Yeah.
So 2023.
His mom was in college, dude.
They made the semis. They beat Platoon in the first round of the playoffs, and they made the semis. So I would say, I've seen them Sundays and I've seen them in tournaments.
Yeah.
And I know they have the ability. Like, those guys can play 6-7 games and still produce the same result. So that's also, you have
They're
to take that into
athletes.
account too.
They're athletes, yeah.
Because
Yeah, you got guys like APW over there. My guy Stokes. They're athletes, man. They're athletes. They can ball. Physically they can handle the workload. Fair to say, yes. But a lot of Sunday guys can't. They can play one game on Sunday, maybe 2, but your typical Sunday League guy is probably just good for one game a week.
Why would you just want to play one game on Sunday?
Yeah, and
I agree with you,
yeah,
Jesse.
no,
However, some of us
100%.
have families that we need to and podcasts to record.
Fuck
But
them
you
kids.
get out in the 105-degree heat in Arizona.
Exactly.
And you got to play Thursday. Like, I remember we used to play Thursday. We'd get out there, we'd play Thursday at 3:30 and 7. Then you turn around and you'd get a Friday 8 a.m. game. Like,
The worst.
that person that's going to play that 8 a.m. game might not perform how they perform every
Right.
Sunday.
Yeah, and then
'Cause
you have the added element of a night game.
exactly, and so you bring in, like, playing under the lights, and
Exactly.
so it's different. So it's until you see it live, it's kind of hard to judge how a team would do in a tournament just based on
Yeah.
how they do on Sundays.
Yeah.
Because you need athletes that can,
Handle
carry
the workload.
themselves
Yeah.
through carry the workload through 8 games potentially.
Yeah. That's a lot of baseball, man.
Just
There
gotta
was
stay
a,
hydrated. You stay hydrated, you'll be fine in AZ.
shit. I'm so injury prone, man. I couldn't handle it.
So yeah, I would give my
Fucking
props. I
Anthony
just say, like I
Rendon
said,
over
just
there.
from being in a specific discussion, it would just get a little annoying. But besides that, I think there's some ballers in the division.
Yeah,
and
there's definitely some ballers. Like, if you could put an all-star team from our league, like, definitely can play with any other all-star team from other leagues.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. But, like, are they going to win? Yes, no, it's a coin toss.
That's
because
a coin toss. Yeah.
it's a coin toss because that's just how the top players. That's just how it works out for, like, top players in all the leagues throughout throughout SoCal, even up to Ventura. Santa
even
Barbara.
some of those dirt lot leagues, like
Yes.
some of the motherfuckers can play.
Those are some of the best players. Those are the guys you want. Those are the guys you want.
Exactly. Like if you could take field ground balls in some of those places,
No,
going out to Arizona, you're gonna
be like, where am I? This is awesome. Yeah, that'd be the assumption.
Looking
But
for bad hops that aren't there.
yeah, you can look for a bad hop and like you create a bad hop on yourself. Let's see here. Who's some of your favorite Sunday teams, or just either tournament teams that you follow on social media? Who do you like out there? Who's fun to follow? Who are some of your favorite follows? You don't have to like them, but you follow them.
The Hammerhead's fun to follow.
Okay.
They put out great content.
Good follow. I agree.
I would say Delray. They're a
Florida.
Florida team.
Yeah.
They got some fucking ballers. That's probably one of the better Sunday league teams
In the country?
Okay.
Okay.
I'd say top 5, top 3 probably.
I like that.
Obregon. So Obregon plays in a dirt lot league in
Arizona.
in Phoenix.
In Phoenix,
in Guadalupe. And those
Yeah,
motherfuckers can ball. And they
B-Will plays against them all the time.
Yeah, those motherfuckers can ball, and they're just out there having fun, but those motherfuckers can ball. At first, I thought it was just a random group, but no, they a lot of those guys play together on Sundays in a Sunday league.
Yeah.
Who else is fun to follow? I'm trying to think.
The Gators.
No.
You
That-
haven't put any content up in years.
The Instagram admin for that Instagram page is not good at social media. I could say.
I'd say that's pretty much it. Like I don't really like. I ain't a groupie. I ain't a fan of
Do you hate watch? Is there anybody you hate watch? You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. if you
No,
don't want
not
to.
at all.
Not at all.
If I hate someone, I don't even bother looking at their shit.
I'm the same way.
Doing.
Is there any social media personalities that you like? Sunday League related.
Jesse, number 1.
I agree. He puts out good content.
Yeah, he puts out good content. Get a laugh out of him.
The old talking head. How I like to.
Yeah, Jesse.
refer
He's
to it
my
too.
dog. He's the homie. He's my boy. He's our. Jesse.
He's like, here's some yoo-hoo.
I'm telling you, man.
I'd say Jesse.
Yeah. Shout yourself out, Jesse.
I know.
I didn't see you today on the social medias, man. What happened?
No,
Too locked in.
Well, yeah, that too. At the same time, got there right at game time. I was trying to do stuff at home before I got there.
Is there anybody else that's big that's big in the social? Like I said, I don't really like. I mean, if I have a team page, but
Yes.
I'm not looking to see who's entertaining me. I'm saying like, hey, who's out there? Like, what type of arms or who can I get to Arizona with us? I don't really care about what people are doing.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time you posted anything on that.
Yeah, I think the last time we posted was AZ, and before that it was I created it to help with recruiting,
Right.
and there's enough on it for me to get what I need done. That's about it. I don't really I don't take video during the games. I don't even keep score for Sunday league.
Bro, it's a challenge to stay consistent with that. It's very hard.
I don't give two fucks. Like honestly, I have so much other stuff going on that I'm just like I use it. Its purpose was so the reason I created the page was in 2019 when we went to Arizona, we were supposed to combine with the EC Royals Jimmy. And he flaked on us last second.
Oof.
We were sitting literally at Tempe Diablo Fields. Like there was like thunderstorms that year, so our game got pushed back to like an 11 p.m. start. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, where the fuck are you at? Like, where are your guys at? And they never showed up. And so he burned me for not only for players but for money. But that's a different story. And he never showed up. And so from then on, I was like, you know what? I need to make a page for this so I can get out and recruit new guys. Because like I said, I wasn't able to get other players from different teams to come with us because they didn't really like me. And so I had to search outside the league. So that's the only purpose of the page, is to help recruit
Right.
in recruitment. I don't post, weekly updates, anything like that. It's just to
Yeah, it gets tiresome. It gets tiresome to, because I've tried it. I've tried to do the weekly update or like the weekly score, like who we playing this week, and then like you got to put the result. Like it gets tiresome, and it's like, does anybody really care about this? Probably not. You
I don't
know,
want to let them know we lost again. What's the point? They already know.
1000%, man. I mean, we get the random, hello, I'm from Pakistan. I'd like to make your jerseys. Like we get that all the
Send
time.
the free sample. I'll see what it looks like.
But I mean, you can ask Jesse. Like even like 2024 when we were in Arizona, I was telling him like, "Hey, I made the video you took," because like I wasn't taking shit. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
So I just the page was created for us to recruit, and I got enough content on there to do what I need to get done.
Yeah. So now that you're in Dallas, somebody's taking over the Threshers? Yes.
Yeah, our
San Diego.
shortstop Stefan has been generous enough to step up and take over the administrative duties.
Okay.
Jake is he's going to kind of handle the on-field coaching stuff, and then Stefan.
That
will
means
take
he's
over
going to
the
start himself
admin
as
side.
pitching now.
Oh yeah,
He sure can.
he sure can.
He sure
Dave's not
can.
here anymore.
I'm not
fucking throw.
bullshitting. For 10 years, he literally would be like, "Why do you never let me start?" And I'd be
Right.
like, "Because there's a plan." And
Yeah.
so now he's able to start himself and bring in guys after him, and I'll let them do whatever they want. I don't care. I don't try and micromanage from the center of the country. So Jake's gonna take care of the coaching stuff. Stefan's doing the admin, and then our little guy Anton is very sociable, so he has like a million friends. Like everybody knows Anton, so he
Yeah.
helps with our recruiting. So those
Okay.
three will take over my responsibilities for Sunday League, and then I'll still step in and do AZ.
So does that mean that you're gonna hand over the reins to the Instagram profile, or at least allow?
I mean, I'll
several
let them use
access.
it. I don't care
Yeah,
if they
okay.
use it. It doesn't matter. Fuck,
Okay.
I don't care.
Because it could be useful.
It could be useful, yeah.
It could
So
be useful,
if one of them wants to use it and record like
And-
video during
yeah.
games, sure, go on ahead and post whatever you want.
Yeah. Or record or put out funny content.
Yeah, if they wanna
just
put out
to
funny
just to kind of like draw in interest.
Yeah, they can feel free.
If
I
they
don't
got the
care.
time.
If they got the time to do it, sure.
Yeah.
Knock yourselves out.
Ultimately, it boils down to like having the time and like the knowledge on how to utilize the social media and it's like software and everything that's under that umbrella.
Yeah, and
You
like I
know,
said, like I mean, I got video on there of like the first time we saw our guy Zeke throw, and this dude's throwing like 93, 94. So I'm like, hey, look at this is serious. Like I could just reference that video. Like I don't need 10 videos of people throwing that. I just need like, hey, this is the competition you're gonna see out there. And once I show them that, they're like, okay, I'm down.
Yeah, love that. We have some SOS and have some voice DMs. Where do you want to start?
Your pick. You run the show. You call the shots. I'm just a guest.
Jesse, where do you want to start?
Let's just go with the fucking SOS. The fucking see what they're saying. Then we'll go to the DMs, the voice DMs after.
Perfect. I'm gonna have to do it kind of goofy.
Is there a story time with B-Will? Or was he too playing too much in the snowfield in Mexico?
Say that again. Is there what?
Playing too much in the snowfield in Mexico.
I don't know, man. You know what? Before we get to SOS, though, I have something in my notes here that I wanted to get David's thoughts on some of the other leagues that we talk about. So we have the Irvine League, SoCal MSBL. There's OCRBL, a lot of studs over there. Same in SoCal MSBL. There's North County League MSBL. We don't talk about Taco League too much. Let's see. Obviously, we touched on FBL a little bit. RBL, that's Jesse's home league, I guess. PCBL, the infamous PCBL. CBA, Swabble, SFVBL, the Turn 2 League, which I like a lot. Old Scabble, New Scabble. The Bell Gardens League, Okaba. And then all the way up north in San Jose. There's a lot of leagues, man. Like, you know, one of my favorites, which I've had a lot of back and forth thoughts, like an internal dialogue with myself. Like there's PCBL. PCBL is one of my favorite leagues that I've followed for a while since I discovered it. On Platoon plays there. Who else plays there? The PCBL Raptors, the Rats. Who am I missing, Jesse?
Maniacs.
The Maniacs. Handful of other teams.
Yeah.
Platoon plays in PCBL. Ultimately, kind of where I'm going with this. Do you follow PCBL at all, David?
Yeah, I follow them. Well, I hear about them, I should say.
Because of the
about them
podcast.
Because of the podcast. You
Yeah.
guys were, again,
Riding cock, doing turns on it. Yeah,
doing
that's
turns
fair.
on it.
That's fair to
and
say.
I would say especially during the power rankings.
The peak of the power rankings, yes.
You guys were, doing turns on it during the power rankings.
Yeah,
And so,
I would argue that the computer was doing turns on it. The spreadsheet.
I wouldn't say the spreadsheet. I'd say the spreadsheet was flawed. I'd say it was
Okay.
There were some holes in it.
Oh man, there's two avenues I want to like. I'm at a fork in the road at the moment, but we're gonna go the PCBL road, and then we'll hit the reverse, and then go back, and then we'll go down the other fork. So, let's talk PCBL. Fuck it. What do you got? What are your thoughts on PCBL, man? There's some good comp over there.
I think it's good comp. I think it's good comp. I know Platoon is obviously stacked, and I know I got to give credit where credit is due. They've won a lot of the regional tournaments, open division. So
They've won a lot of specifically open divisions
for the regional Irvine, Vegas kind of LA tournaments.
Yes,
I know they won the PCBL 7 or 8 times in a row or something like that.
It's eight.
But top to bottom, I mean, that's a stretch. I think they were a little. I mean, talking about the league in its entirety, I think it was a little overrated during that stretch. I don't think that the bottom teams were as good as some of the other leagues, the top tier leagues.
The bottom teams in other leagues.
Yeah, and I think I'd say the mid teams. Again, Platoon, not taking anything away from them. I'm talking about the teams. I mean, to make a league, it's got to be more than just one team.
Right.
And I think that they were so good, it obviously boosted it up. But I also, so just so it's clear, like I respect the hell out of them and what they've built and what they've done. And like I said, like if they're on our schedule, that's the game I'm circling because it's going to mean the most. But I'm just saying the rest of the league. When you guys, in reference to the whole power rankings and like the league rankings, I just think it was, they were a little overrated.
Yeah, I think we did have. I was the one that ranked the leagues. That part was on me. DH was in charge of the formula. So I did for a long time. I said PCBL top league. It was PCBL, SDABL, FBL in an order. But it was roughly like 1, 2, 3. That's how it kind of stacked. And then RBL kind of came in and took that fourth spot. Mostly because I just it was how can I put it? Just based off like what I was seeing on like social media and like I did my best with with the resources I had. So like I was able to watch like YouTube videos, like you said, Platoon posts their games. So I watched their stuff and I was able to like watch who they were playing against. And then there was like a time frame where like we actually went out to different leagues. There was SFVBL which I loved, but it's more of a culture thing versus like you know what I mean? Like, and RBL is kind of similar in that sense. But I think like PCBL takes it serious. FBL takes it pretty serious. Like there isn't like vendors out at the park. FBL doesn't lend itself to that. Neither does PCBL. SDABL doesn't lend itself to that either because they just don't play at parks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't allow for like let's say like a paletero man. does it get to come out and sell paletas, you know? But or the taco man or whoever, the michelada man, whoever you want to put out there.
Yeah, that guy was there today, man. He was making money.
Yeah, the fucking the cocktail guy, you know what I mean, the guy with the shrimp, the shrimp cocktails and all that stuff. There, but you know, there's other leagues that lend themselves to that, and so it attracts a different type of ball player, which I think it takes away from the competition a little bit, not much, but just a tad. But it's more of like it makes it a little bit more social versus these other leagues that like I had more at the top. It wasn't as social. It was more about like we're playing to win the ball game instead of hanging out in between games or whatever it was. You know, getting a cocktail in between innings and like, oh, I'm gonna sit so I can eat my cocktail and then I'll go back out. Like, it just, you know, I don't come from that Sunday league culture, if you will. Jesse might. Jesse kind of does.
No,
I would say.
I play in that Sunday league basically in the Ramirez league. Like I said, we have the michelada guy coming out making drinks for everyone. We have the shrimp guy coming out. Like we have all that stuff out there.
But Jesse, let's talk playoffs. You're the top four in that league could compete with and or beat all the top
anybody.
CBL.
I would say yes, but in our playoffs, and I'll admit it, it's money playoffs. Like paid guys are coming out.
It's irrelevant because it's happening everywhere.
Yes.
But I'm just saying that aside, the top four can beat anybody.
Oh God,
in
yes.
any
Are you kidding me?
Okay, so that's what matters, and that's why I say it. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, Platoon, I will say, you know, Sunday League team, hands down, one of the best in Southern California. I won't take that away from them. But when we talk about league in its entirety, the rest. I mean, don't get me wrong. The CBA Tigers against
it's top heavy.
Great team. Yeah, it's very top heavy. But once you get after that, it kind of falls off like a cliff.
Yeah.
And I think when you looked at like other leagues, I think even the FBL, you know, you guys, you know, your third team could probably beat their third team.
Probably, yeah.
Your first team would, you know, if it was just this everybody there one-on-one game with Platoon, you know,
it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah.
And so it's but the way that it was communicated during that period was
for
like,
sure.
These guys shit don't stink, and I don't think that was the case. I
Yeah.
just think it was blown out of proportion.
So would Boski, would you redo their power rankings a little differently now with the leagues?
Hindsight
The more
wise,
you know now.
I think at the time that I do feel like it was solid where it was at. As far as league rankings at the time, right now, no. Personally, I don't consider PCBL at the top as the top league right now. With SDABL, I feel like they don't have enough teams in the top division to give it a chance. But they have two top leagues because they have a Saturday division and a Sunday division. And so if you were to combine those two divisions, it's a different conversation. But they don't play each other, so you know. But they do have the Top Gun. They do have the Top Gun.
I'm gonna interrupt you there. That's completely irrelevant.
Okay.
Because having 12 teams in a division when the bottom 6 teams suck ass doesn't make the league any better than having 6 solid teams. The reason we pushed for six teams was because we didn't want to play the teams that realistically weren't
sucked ass.
I wouldn't say sucked ass because they didn't. Okay, we could say, you know.
Yeah,
like,
we'll go with
just
that.
being real. Okay, so ultimately we used to have a 12-team division in the spring, and the top teams kind of said, hey, like, we're playing these teams. They never beat any of us. We are tournament teams, so us, the Venados, the Sluggos, even the Walk-Ons, all tournament teams. We'd rather just play ourselves week over week and get good competitive games in to prep us for these tournaments that we're going to go to, as opposed to beating this team that realistically, I mean, they'd have, you know, like we have to not have half our team there and them have the best game of their lives to even have a chance to beat us. Like, what's the point of that? Like, and if they want that opportunity, then they win that division to move up. So having that 6-team division, like, I think the first year we did it, we went like 6-7 as a fourth, got into the playoffs as a 4th seed.
Damn.
No, okay.
Even I
it was-
laughed.
I know, but it was a 13-game season. We went 6 and 7. Got in as a 4th seed, beat the Sluggos, lost to the Venados.
Okay.
Went to Arizona and went 8-0.
Okay.
So what's the like?
Yeah. So essentially, you eliminated the top-heavy element of your division.
Correct, because we took the best teams and just focused on playing each other, and it
Yeah.
sucks because then you kind of see the same guys over
And over.
But
Yeah.
when we occasionally, let's see, in the fall when there would be less teams, our president would make us play the AA teams, and we'd blow those guys out like 20-0. So it's like, do they really need to play us? And unfortunately, in San Diego, the best Sunday league in Southern California. Well, okay, it's not in Southern California. The best Sunday league is in Tijuana. Those guys that
Cartel
play
ball, yes.
Tijuana amateur. I don't know. I can't pronounce it with the Spanish accent.
He's like, I don't
But
speak accent. I don't speak Spanish.
I'm half Mexican, but I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah,
But
I don't know the name.
The amateur league in Tijuana is probably like those teams would crush because those are like minor league guys that just get out and they get paid down there. But those are fucking. Those
But
guys are
David, it's
nasty.
cartel ball.
It doesn't matter. I mean,
It's
I'm just saying
it's
that.
unspoken cartel ball.
But what I'm saying is, for San Diego, the downside is a lot of the guys that come straight out of college or pro ball, they're gonna go down to Tijuana and get paid to
For
play
the money,
as opposed to playing in the SDABL. So it takes a big chunk of our talent base away. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, I've even seen guys that live in Orange County that drive down to TJ to
Right.
get paid. So it's they're pulling in the best talent, and still they leave us with.
And then they go to they get paid and go to the infamous Hong Kong after.
Great Chinese food over there.
Great chicken wings.
Their dumplings are amazing.
The sushi's probably unmatched. Some would say.
I don't know. I've never.
Sushi's
I don't
not
know.
Chinese.
Surprised.
Is it
I
not?
don't really go into TJ.
Oh,
I don't really
you're
go
right.
into TJ too much when I.
Jesse's
live
paying
there.
attention. I have enough whiskey in me. Definitely. I mean that's a good that's some good insight and perspective. I mean, like, your talent pool. It's a location based.
It's
right?
location based, but
Yeah.
also again, that's no excuse. I'm just saying the top four and okay, we only had 6 teams
Right.
during a huge chunk of the whole power rankings.
Yeah.
But those 6 teams could
Were always
probably
were always top teams.
They were always top
Yeah.
teams. Now you would have a team that might not win a lot of games in a season,
But they're
you
still
would
a top
put-
team.
If you, like there was one time the Chata didn't win a game, but they went to Vegas and they were competitive, and I think they made like the semis the year that they went. And I mean, the Chata won Vegas like 4 or 5 times in a row. So they were a top team but because they're playing top team, you know, they didn't win too many games, but the core was like still a solid core.
Right.
So I just think that argument is irrelevant because
Right.
you know, just because we don't have 12 teams doesn't mean we're not good. No, I'm not going to say we're the best. If you want to say FBL is the best, sure, I'll give you that title. I don't care. I'm not here to argue. I'm just saying, like, I think we are there. The competitive balance across the leagues is pretty even. But during that period, I just felt like the way it was communicated that the FBL stood above. I'm sorry, no, the PCBL stood above everybody else, and I don't think that was realistic. I think it was they were
Right.
more on par with us. I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. I think at the time, yes, it was more on par. However, with time, things change, and I think ultimately I've settled on like timeout. Like SDABL has been a lot more consistent. Like the same teams are just beating up on each other all the time. Like the competitive balance is there, you know, versus like you're not gonna have like Chata if they went winless in a season. You know, if what are they gonna do in PCBL if they were to
Exactly.
take
That-
on that travel? You know,
Exactly. Let's say you put a winless, like when we had our 6-team division spring, you know, if you took the 5th or 6th place team, well, what would they do in a PCBL or FBL where
Right.
they got to play 12 teams? Sure, they might not
Yeah.
be the 1 or 2 seed, but maybe
they
they'd
might
be
be
competitive
beating the
against
5th
the
or
3
6th
and,
place team.
and,
Yes.
and yeah, they beat their ass. So
Yeah.
it's you're not comparing apples to apples. And the purpose the purpose behind why we did this was because it was kicked off by the Venados and the Sluggos, But Mike went straight to me and said, "What do you think about this?" And I said, "It's an excellent idea because we're a tournament team and we want to prepare ourselves for the tournament. I don't give two shits about a Sunday League trophy anymore. I'm trying to win a ring.
Yeah.
And so I'd rather do what we need to do to prep ourselves for Arizona. And if that means playing the same 5 teams over because those are the best 5 teams, that's going to get us the most ready to go out there and play whoever is put in front of us." Because that's what it was about. At that point, that's when I kind of said, I don't really, I'd rather just focus on getting ready for Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah. And ultimately, like you're just, you're training for war.
Yeah. I mean, if essentially that's what
Yeah.
when I moved, I threw all my old SDABL trophies in a dumpster.
Really? Interesting.
Actually, funny story. So I was
Ooh.
moving and I lived in a condo complex and there was a big dumpster. So I'm like transporting all this stuff to the dumpster with my car. And
Is this your recent move?
yeah, my recent
Okay,
move. This
okay.
happened like in the last
Days ago.
3 weeks. Yeah, I moved to Texas last Tuesday. So when I was taking out, I had all the trophies that had been like shoved in the corner of my closet. I had a pretty big closet, and I'm sitting there like, oh shit, these are all old. I need to throw them away. So I'm throwing them in the dumpster, and a bum walks up on me, and she had a cart, and she was just like, "What are those?" And I was like, "Oh, these are old baseball trophies." And so she actually went into the dumpster, pulled all the there's probably like 7 or 8, pulled them all out, put them in her cart, and walked off with them. So those old SDABL trophies are probably sitting in a tent somewhere.
She's gonna be pawning that stuff off.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Like, you just pull the nameplate off and put another one on there.
Yeah, that's all.
So yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like, all right, I guess
It's funny, man. I still have all my trophies from like Little League or any little award I've ever got. It's in my garage. Jesse, I'm gonna show you one of these days, dude.
I tossed most of my stuff out when I moved to my new place. I kept the most important stuff.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be repurposed. Maybe.
I broke them all down, tossed
Oh,
the trash.
the fuck am I gonna do with it? Like, it's literally sitting in my garage, like attic or whatever, the little rafters. Yeah, it is what it is. SOS. Let's get into SOS.
Get it.
Let's get it. All right. SDABL relevant. David. SDABL Braves. They recently won their respective division championship. Shout out to Braves. This is from the SDABL_Braves Instagram account. Shout out to Braves pitcher Jacob Nolan, who we talked about earlier, for throwing a complete game, giving up no earned runs. And he's got some ass. Got a nice baseball ass. No HMO plans. Call back, Jesse.
Yep.
So shout out to the Braves. And they also said shout out to Jesse Hernandez, SDABL Braves manager / player, for securing another championship. Love that. It's time for them to move up.
Yeah, so I actually, funny story, like when we were first coming up through the lower divisions, Jesse used to sandbag and keep his team called the Bombers in like the lowest division.
Okay.
And they would just win every season. And like when we finally changed our name from the Cornflakes to the Threshers, our first season, we had to play the Bombers.
I'm never going to get over that.
Awesome.
We had to play them in the championship and we beat them. And yeah, so that was kind of like when we were the Cornflakes, like Jesse's team used to beat our ass.
Yeah.
And so it was nice once we're like, okay, we're gonna switch this up. We we got to beat them, and ever since then, like I think we've played a handful of times and we beat the Braves.
I love that. It's always
He's
good
a good guy.
when...
Jesse's a good guy. Jesse's a good guy. I respect him and what he's done with his team. And I know he took a break and then he came back. So he's a good guy. And like I said, they're playing. It's fun. It's I don't like, everybody has their own purpose for playing and journey, and I respect everyone. And he's a good guy, and he's but back then that was our kind of, before the Sluggos, it was all right. I want to get the team to the point where we could beat the Bombers, and so we had beat them, and then we kind of catapulted ourselves into the top of the SDABL, and then from there it was like, all right, now we won this, let's go to Arizona. So
yeah, you find the next challenge.
Yeah.
All right, well, shit. Shout out to the SDABL Braves. How long have they been around?
I mean, we were playing. That was back in like 2013, and they were fucking solid. Like, but again, it was the lower division, but they were solid back in 2013. Right. So Jesse's probably been running that organization. I think that it's a completely new squad, but he's been running that. a team for 15 years.
Okay.
I guess at least
Roughly our age.
And I don't know if any of those old guys still play with them. Like I said, I had picked up Jacob during the tryout, and I think that at the time Jacob was looking to get into college ball, and so he wanted to play on both days. So somehow he worked his way over to Jesse and was like, "I'll play with you on Saturday." So, hey, I don't, what I tell him, like, whatever day you're free, if you're free on a Sunday, come out and throw with us. He's, like I said, I gave him our start at the stadium game, and Jesse, you remember? I mean, he remember he was dealing with some hip issues from sitting in the car, but he still did really well.
You don't ever want to sit in the car. That's crazy.
Getting tight up there.
So he's a good little arm.
There you go. Well, shout out to
congrats to the Braves. Like I said, respect them, and hey, Jesse's a good guy, and congrats on your championship win.
Yep. Congrats, boys. SDABL Braves. There you go. Next SOS is from Rigo Hidalgo. He plays out in the San Fernando Valley. He says, this is a good question, actually. What characteristics is consistent with a bad teammate / cancer? Jesse, David.
Let the manager speak.
Yeah, managers. Yeah, that's a great question for you. Preach, King. What do you got? I'll let you think on it while I read this, because he also said, P.S. Happy holidays to you boys and the rest of the fucking Bush Leaguers. See, he gets it. Yeah, he's an OG. He's a bit of an OG. Yeah, Tommy John. Bush Leaguer Nation. There you go, Jesse.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. Yeah, he recently had some fucking elbow surgery, so he's on the rehab assignment at the moment.
I would just say, like, what characteristic... Well, can you repeat the question?
What characteristics are consistent with a bad teammate / cancer?
I'd say people who throw equipment.
Ooh, I throw equipment.
But
I throw my own equipment.
It's been a while since I've seen you toss your stuff.
Yeah, I haven't raged.
I don't think,
I mean, yeah, if you're throwing your own shit, okay, but when you start throwing other... I'd have, like, I don't do this anymore, but we'd have, like, team helmets and stuff like that, and then people would come in and start slamming shit, like, yeah, you didn't pay for that, motherfucker? Like...
Yeah.
It's just pricey.
So I would say that, like, when you're damaging other people's stuff.
That's fair to say.
Like,
yeah,
that's a boundary.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that myself.
You want to, you strike out. You want to break your bat. You want to do whatever. Like, sure, let yourself. Hey, you're frustrated. Let it out. You're fine. But I'd say, like, when people start breaking other people's stuff. What else would I say? I don't know. Just like, that's tough because it's kind of like, here's the thing. Everybody's giving up their free time to come out and play. Mm-hmm. And so everybody deals with failure or, like, unhappiness differently. So you kind of learn people, and, like, some people get pouty. Some people, I don't know. That's
the ego takes a hit.
Yeah, the ego takes a hit. Everybody wants to be the star. Everybody was a star on their, team, the old team. And when you get, like, and that's what I tell people when they join, like, us, because I draft players for tryouts every season, and I'm like, just so you know, it's a pretty well-established team. We fuck around a lot, but the guys at their core are really good. And you don't expect, like, I don't care, you just came out of, like, it's going to take a while for you to, like, find your spot in the rotation. So I don't know. I think it varies by player, and like I said, everybody kind of has their own way of dealing with failure or, like, just being pissed off for men, so it's just, you just got to let people do things. My thing is just, like, when you start breaking other people's shit, because, like I said, that was always my fucking pet peeve was people, and so after that, I just stopped buying them. I'm like, I'm not buying you motherfuckers this stuff. You can get your own.
Bastards.
Get your own shit, fucker. I love that. Well, that's a great answer to your question, man. If I can answer that, I mean, I think I would say guys that intentionally don't show up to something that they committed to for a season, right? If they don't have other baseball commitments, which is somebody like Jesse has other baseball commitments, so, like, you kind of have to respect it if you keep it within that realm of Sunday League baseball. But, like, if you're committing to a team, I'm kind of counting on you to show up. But, like, if you'd rather go to a concert the night prior, and then, it's not anything specific, but, like, if I'm just using that as an example,
What concert was it, Boski?
No, just example. It's just an
Yeah,
example.
who pissed
Sure.
you off and went to a concert?
Everyone pisses me off every week, dude. Like I couldn't even like.
Was it the Beyonce tour?
It was definitely that. It was the Sean Combs hit 'em up tour. But loop 'em up. Anyways,
Oh, Boski.
I'm just kidding. No, but like when you're counting on like good players and they're like, I went to a concert last night. I'm not gonna make it, and they do shit like that often. It's difficult to like when they're an impact player. When it's an impact player, it's like I need you there, bro, but like you're only there like twice a season. It's very difficult. That's not shit that I want on my team. So I or for a tournament, like they flake last minute, things like that. It's cancerous behavior, if you will.
I agree, and I'll say like, I mean, I realize that on Sundays everybody has their own personal lives.
Yes.
If you're gonna go out and if you're there 75% of the time, for us, it's fine.
75 is good.
We have a few guys who are there every weekend, no matter what. Then we have some guys on our team that like to go out and party and go to raves and stuff like that. And I respect that. Like, I'm not expecting you to give up your life to this. So you want to go out on a Saturday night and stay up all night and do drugs and drink and stuff. Like, hey, knock yourself out.
I don't want anybody to do drugs.
I don't care. I don't each their own, but I don't care as long as they communicate and let me know in advance so I can plan.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with it, and I don't hold it against them. I'm not like, oh, you were gone last week, so you're not playing this week. I don't care. Like I said, we're at this stage. We just focus on like, hey, we're here, we're having fun, we're getting ready for Arizona, and I give the guys the freedom to, if they need to do something, if they're going to be gone, like I don't hold it against them. Tournament shit, it's like, yeah, like if people flake, then you get one chance and you're gone. But for Sunday leagues, a lot of our guys, especially the guys that have been playing, like I don't hold their feet to the fire on it. If you want to go have fun on it, and I do the same thing. There are certain times where I'll go out or I'll be gone. So I'd be hypocritical if I sat there and like gave them a hard time about missing weeks when I'm weeks all the time to go do other stuff.
See, I didn't know that about you. I thought you were there every week.
No, I'm gone all the time.
I need you to manage. That's why that's your role.
No, I manage from afar.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, like when you're that established, like, yeah, I'd say you can do that.
Yeah, and like I said, we have a few guys who like never miss, and
Right.
I can count on them when I'm gone to step up and get what needs to get done. And I'll fuck with the team. I'll be like, hey, if you guys win, I won't come next week either. So then it pumps them up.
I mean,
like, all right.
like Crash David said, you don't fuck with a winning streak.
That's right.
Exactly, and so then they if they do win or like if they come back, I'll be like, hey David, keep your bitch ass at home.
Like, don't show up, dog. Don't show up.
Yeah, that means serious, and they'll call me out on it too. Like, hey, I thought you said you weren't coming this week. You won that, We actually had a game this season where I'll call him. He won't care. But Anton, he fucking went and played in TJ. I was gone. I think I had a work meeting in Texas, ironically, but Anton went and played in TJ, so we only had 8 players and we still won. And so after that, I gave Anton so much shit because he was supposed to be at the game, and he decided to go play in TJ in the morning, and then like getting over the border, we play out in Santee, which is like far northeast San Diego.
Oof,
and so
okay.
It's a solid 40-45 minute drive from
Yeah.
the border, and yeah, it pissed me off, but like I
Yeah.
said, I love him. He's like a brother to me now. And actually, ironically, I found him at the tryouts too.
Okay.
I found Anton at the tryouts, the little dude.
Yeah.
And I was like hungover, and
I was hungover. You're pretty
did.
good.
well, no.
You're on the
He
Threshers now.
He actually he didn't do great, and
Okay.
he was swinging a dovetail. And I looked at him, and just like I said, he's 5'4", but he in the outfield, like the SDABL tryouts are really unorganized. It's just it's a clusterfuck. And I saw he could catch a ball in the outfield, and his swing looked decent, but he was holding a dovetail bat. And what I thought was like, no one swings dovetail unless you played baseball somewhere. You don't just go to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy a
Correct.
dovetail bat. And so when I saw that, I was like, this guy must have played somewhere. So I was like, I'll take
Yeah.
a flyer on him, and I picked him. And then I said, oh, by the way, like, where'd you play? He's like, oh, I played at a NAIA in Arizona. And so I was like, fuck it, we're going to Arizona. You want to come with us? And this was back in 2021.
You sold him on Arizona.
I sold him on Arizona.
You're a
So
great
when I
salesman.
first-
You're
when
a
I
great
first met him,
salesman.
This
Yeah.
was when I met him in September, beginning of September 2021, and we were going at the end of September. And I was like, if you play college ball, come with us out there. And he had some connects, so he actually helped us pick up another guy that I had been trying to get to play with us.
Yeah.
And from that point on, I mean, Anton helped me move. Whenever I'm gone, Anton helped come over and like help with my dog. He's been he was very helpful during my stay in San Diego. So he's like a brother to me now.
Yeah,
he
that's
works
awesome.
with me. I have a little small business.
Shout him out.
and-
Shout out Anton.
Anton works.
The
with
creator
me
of
and so-
Cock Talk.
Yeah, creator of Cock. Well, Jesse and Anton, but like, yeah, he works. With
Nah,
me, so
fuck
he's
Jesse.
like,
Anton.
he's like a brother to me.
Anton all the way.
Kirsch was all over Cock Talk.
Yeah, Kirsch is probably like the life of Cock Talk. He like
He
makes the
is.
cock hard. He definitely makes the
Get
cock
some
hard.
Malort and make it real special.
Malort. I still got. I should have got some Malort. I have it downstairs. I'm not gonna go get it.
If you ever get Kirsch on, you gotta have Malort drinks with him. You have to.
With Kirsch,
Yes.
I would have done it if he was out here for 2025's Arizona.
He'll be
Well,
back for 2026.
Yes, he is.
He
Daddy's might
says
be-
it's his
yeah,
final tour, so I mean,
Oh,
he says
interesting.
it, but I don't know.
Matter of fact, David, I think we picked up one of Jesse. Is he one of David's guys?
Yes.
What's his name? Shout him out.
Willie
Willie.
picked up Will Drybar. I keep butchering his last name.
Oh yeah, Will Drive. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
For what tournament?
Cali kickoff.
Oh, you got Will for okay.
This is
How'd you manage that one?
this is all Jesse's doing.
Okay, so he's
Just-
flying out for that.
Yeah, staying at my place. He's got a place to stay, and
There you go. Shout him out.
He's a
gonna be a
good guy.
daddy.
He's one of Kirsch's guys.
he's a
and-
gamer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a fucking gamer.
He's a
and-
gamer.
Is he really? Okay.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
All
Will
right,
can,
yeah.
Will can
Yeah.
ball.
Makes
Yeah,
my
we'll definitely talk
makes my
offline.
cock kind of hard just thinking about it.
Ooh, cock talk. I'm down for some cock talk for kickoff. I don't gotta play, dude. Originally, my we were gonna do my mom's 70th birthday on that weekend, but we pushed it back.
Yes.
We pushed it back. So like, shout out my mom
Fucking
for being
go.
70, but like we're pushing it back. So that's gonna be that roster build is rather interesting. I will say. Hopefully it's competitive. We'll see. Time
Will's a
tells.
gamer.
Time tells all, as a wise man once said. I got a couple of voice DMs.
Get it.
We have 3. Give me a number between 1, 2, and 3, and that's the one we're gonna go with.
2.
3.
Ooh. All right, we'll do 3. That would be CeeLo of the IE Dirtbags in FBL.
Ooh.
We got a 42. I'm just gonna hold it up to the mic right here.
You're gonna be bragging.
He gonna be bragging. Here we go.
Hey, Boski, just wanted to give a shout out to my boys, the Dirtbags. They had a amazing season, and we were able to finish the job today with a win over the Braves. Final score of 21-16.
Football.
No, we did not have a football game. It was just a very high-scoring game. It was a lot of fun, a lot of action. Shout out to my boy Ice for opening the game strong, and shout out to Nicky Ladders for shutting the door and shutting down in the last few innings, and just all my boys for just going ham today, giving it all they got, and now we're ready to go up to the majors and face some real competition. But congrats, Dirtbags. Proud of you boys.
So I'm gonna touch on.
No, Boski. I'm gonna put your ass on the hot seat. How many games do they win next season?
3. 2. Jesse, say it out loud, Jesse.
I'm saying 2.
Okay, I'm gonna give him 3. I'm gonna give him 3. A tie against the Gators.
Because it's gonna be tough.
It's a fucking
Gators are gonna
dogfight.
give them a tie, guaranteed.
Dude, we're the king of ties, bro. Like we're so fucking mid. It's crazy. Yeah, look out for that vlog coming out in 2030. But yeah, so IE Dirtbags football score against the IE Braves.
Like they
Honestly,
just
I
had
kind of
buffet,
want.
man.
I kind of want to
Jesus.
pull. If it was up to me, I would pull up both teams.
And who would you kick out?
I have
The
I
last
have
two place teams?
no. I have reason to believe that there will be some teams folding. So there's
Spill the
that.
beans.
I cannot. I must respect the integrity of privileged information.
Are they
poaching.
combining? Or are they just like going?
Maybe some of those players will be joining other squads.
Okay.
So there's that. So the talent concentration will be added to? I don't fucking know. I have whiskey in me. Shout out to CeeLo. Shout out to the IE
Congrats.
Dirtbags. They're going to be playing in the Cali kickoff. I don't know if 18 rookie American or national. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, CeeLo. He also does Legends of the Diamond tournaments, Moneyball tournaments. Jesse. The Sunday League Daddies will be in the Moneyball tournament.
Let's
It's official.
fucking go.
It's official. A super last minute throw the hat into the tournament. So there you go.
Let's win it.
Shout out to the IE Dirtbags for putting up 21 runs. Jesus Christ.
That's a buffet right there.
Buffet. No, that's
I
Kron.
think they got through 9 innings.
Oh, championship game, yes.
Yes, yeah, for sure. They have to play all 9. There was no mercy, so yeah, they played all 9. So it'll go as long as it goes.
Could they mercy each other with those kind of scores?
What do you mean?
What was it, 15 to 21 or whatever?
Well, they
it
were the
was?
top 2 teams. I think the Braves. Let me see. Let me click on my FBL tab here. The IE Braves went undefeated with a tie.
Wow.
Okay, and then the Dirtbags went 11-1.
Wow.
So there you go.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Ice.
Yeah.
Dude, the IE Braves are probably not that bad. They only allowed 37 runs and scored 120.
Jesus.
Yeah. Dirtbags with 98 runs scored, 47 allowed. There you go. Dirtbags come out on top. Hopefully they bring up both teams. That's what I would prefer. I would like to see that. There was one undefeated team, one team folding, and another team that won only one game that they beat the undefeated, the winless team. Shout out to the Hammerheads.
Undefeated and being defeated.
Shout out to the Hammerheads for not being defeated completely. Next voice DM. Do you want 1 or 2? Give me 1 or 2. David?
1.
That is from Los Mayos, who recently, today, advanced to the FBL Championship.
Really quick, boys. It's Miles Man, a.k.a. Marlins Man, a.k.a. Mustard Man, a.k.a. Richard, a.k.a. Dick. Just want to give a shout out to the fucking Los Mayos.
He's drunk.
Getting back to the championship for the second time this year. Time to finish the job, boys. Time to finish the job. Brian Delgado was a fucking menace on the mound tonight. And CJ just fucking laid the hammer. Can't say much more, boys. Love the effort. Love the fucking defense today. Bats were a little flat, but we got it done. Let's go fucking get the Yankees now, boys.
Ooh, so they're playing against the NY Yankees. Jesse, not your Yankees.
No.
But they're playing against the NY Yankees. That's going to be a fun championship in the FBL. If I go or not, I'm looking forward to the results. It's going to be it's a good matchup. I like the matchup. I think from the 4 teams, I liked the winner of either matchup into the championship. NY Yankees beat up on the Upland Mets. And then Los Mayos beat up. They didn't beat up, but they beat the California Reds 4-2. Mets lost 10-6 to the Yankees. So there you go. It's gonna get chirpy.
Yep.
I don't know. I have some money placed on some teams. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I don't want to get beat up or shot by some cartel people.
It'll be 1-1, and then the Yankees coming out on top.
I just showed my hand. So yeah, what did you say?
It's gonna go 1-1, then Yankees coming on top in game 3.
Okay. I wish Frank was here. Jesus Christ. Hey man, fuck Frank. That Silverback.
Fucking Harambe.
He'd be like, I'm bringing the Mayos. You know how he sits here with the fucking, like, I have a water bottle. He sits here. He'll sit like in his chair like this. He's just like, it's fucking chair squeaking.
Yeah, You'll hear the rocking of the chair.
Miles. It's comedy, dude. We're just sitting here. Jesse and I look at each other like, this guy's fucking hammered. It's good. It's good stuff. Shout out to the Miles. I love that. Shout out Dell. He was dealing.
Way to get your win, boys.
Yeah, I think they've been to the championship 3 seasons in a row.
Damn. Good time to break the curse.
That sounds about right. All right, last one. Voice DM from my nephew, our nephew, Giovanni, because he calls me Theo all the time. But that's just another word for unk, because I'm old. Here you go.
I'll see you cocksuckers in Moneyball.
That's it.
He'll see us cocksuckers. He's going to see you, Jesse, because you're the cocksucker. I won't do that. You, there's proof on this episode that you took the balls. No, actually, that was
That's proof from the last episode, too. So it was back-to-back episodes.
That's actually something we talked about offline. My bad. Oops.
Whoa.
Yeah, my bad. Oops. Yeah, Jesse sucks cock, guys.
My bad, guys. Sorry to disappoint you.
David, would you? What's your price?
There's no price.
You got a price?
No.
If somebody rolled up a pallet of $100 bills, just a big ass pallet and random penis, you sucking it for that pallet?
Not even one of your choosing.
Ain't no way.
No way.
You can wait. You can wake up in the morning and look yourself in the mirror and be like, "I earned that cash."
I got this one, David. If you had a chance between sucking a cack or if you suck a cack, you would win an 18 open ring. If you never suck a cock, you would never win a ring.
Oh,
your choice.
Why you gotta do that to him, dog? Come on. That's me. That's me. But I like this question. I like it a lot. David, David's gonna need a whole bottle of Whistle Pig.
No, not even. It's not even a question. I already have 2 rings. It's fine
18 open.
That doesn't matter. I would not. That's not enough. I already have 2 rings.
I can relate to David. He's competed in the Open.
I've competed, and I have a runner-up. And don't get me wrong, like obviously second place is the first loser, but at the end of the day, like to say like a bunch of Sunday League guys went out and had the performance that we had, I can just tip your cap to that. And it was a great run. It was memorable. It was a fucking experience. And so I wouldn't, if that's what we say is we won rookie, minor, and second place in Open, you know what? Hey, not many teams can say they have that resume.
Yeah.
So
1000% agree, man. I like to say it. I would say it's like life isn't perfect, and that's the way of. It kind of shows, It's like you were there, you almost had it, but life isn't perfect. Life is
not fair. Life is hard.
Life is hard, and it's not fair. But like, I think what's fair is that you had the opportunity to compete for it.
Yeah, and
that's
like
fair.
I said, not like teams are scared to even compete in the division. There's a lot of teams that would win rookie and run to 25s. So we won rookie, we won minor, we second place in Open, and lifelong memories with my friends that I've made through this baseball journey, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I've made some of my best friends through baseball.
Yeah.
Adult ball. So I wouldn't trade that for the world. So if we never win, okay. But I mean, I want to win. Don't get me wrong. I'm competitive as fuck, and I want to win. And I'm gonna next few years, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get us there.
I can attest.
I ain't gonna go spend money to go do it.
Yeah, David's very competitive, but like he keeps it honorable. I would say.
Yeah. I ain't gonna spend money to go do it, but we'll give it our best shot.
I love that. I love to hear that, man. Like, speaking for myself, like I could say that I'm following the trail that David has kind of set. You know what I mean? Like I can't payroll the team. Ain't ever gonna happen. Not happening. Like that payroll would go to my daughters. I'm
feed them tacos,
girl dad, and tacos, and pizza, Costco pizza, and Monsters. Have you seen the price on Monsters at Costco? Holy fuck, for the fucking 24 pack. It's almost $40. Jesus Christ. It's crazy. But ultimately, man, like, it's about the competition. It's like I had the honor of being able to compete against like certain people, you know, certain teams you look up to, and you try to model. I've built my model off of like teams that I've come across. Like David has a great model, like Platoon has a good model, but I take a lot of those characteristics and kind of come up with my own, you know.
Exactly. That's what it's about, the journey.
Yes.
And like the relationships you build along the way. It's not so much about like just winning, because honestly, if I won the tournament and let's say hypothetically I hit the lotto and I'm like, all right, I'll spend 50 grand, I win Arizona. It wouldn't mean the same as if winning with my boys.
Right.
So that
winning without the 50 grand.
Yeah, that to me that means more. So if we never win, then you know what, we gave it our all. But ultimately, I don't get me wrong, I want to win, and I know we have the ability to win. We need the chips to fall in a certain place for that to happen. Like I said, you need a little bit of luck. But ultimately, like I like winning with the 50K is insane, and that's not to knock anyone's hustle. Like if that's how someone handles their business, you know what? Hey, I ain't pocket watching another nigga. Like just being like keeping it real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like you do what you got to do if that's what makes you happy. But I'm just saying with my guys, like, you know, to say like, hey, like started playing ball in San Diego, didn't really know anybody, built this team from scratch from free agent list and tryouts.
Yeah.
And we built this organization that won 2 World Series rings, runner up and open. Like, hey, that's a pretty good feat.
Yeah. Kind of like I said in the vlog, like, sure, it wasn't the 18 Open, but who gives a fuck, right? It was yours. It's yours.
Yeah, exactly. It's yours.
It's yours.
You did that. Like those, you know, like even rookie, that shit's competitive as fuck. Like
it is. It really is, dude.
It's competitive. Like those guys, like you spend your hard-earned money and take time away from your family and loved ones to go play baseball. You're trying to win. They're trying to win, and so it's still competitive. Just you know. So yeah, who the fuck cares? Like at the end of the day, like if you won it, you won it.
Yeah,
like,
dude, and I can attest, man. Like you really do. You spend time away from your family, and I'm like, I have that. Like that struggles. That's my biggest struggle. You know, when I spend right now, I'm spending time away from the family. Like, yeah, sure, they're downstairs, but I'm still spending time away from them. You know,
exactly. So
it's a Sunday evening, like around the holidays. You know, it is what it is, but it's a give and take. It's a give and take. You know, as is everything, right? David, any final thoughts for the fucking Bush Leaguer Nation? You know, Jesse's wearing the Bush Leaguer Nation T-shirt. You know, featured nice, featured in the 2.5-year-old vlog. What do you got? Any final?
No, I mean, you know,
final thoughts.
Like, obviously, the SoCal Sunday League baseball community is fucking amazing. Had a lot of fun while I lived there and played for the years that I did. Made a lot of great friends and stuff, and even guys that like, I mean, I talk with a few platoon guys every day in our little political chat. Don't want to get political, but we talk about just what's going on in the world.
Politics divide people, David. I'm telling you.
But I'm just telling you, it's
fair. That's fair.
I wouldn't be talking to these guys and learning about what's going on, and you know, without Sunday League baseball.
For sure.
You know,
it's relative.
I respect the fuck out of them and what they do and who they are. And although when we step inside, you know, a baseball diamond, we might not see eye to eye. When we step outside, we can all, you know, shake each other's hands like men and fucking give the respect that is due to each other. So, yeah, I just, you know, look forward to hopefully a few more successful years in Arizona. Excited to see Jesse, you know, give him a hug in Phoenix in September, and you know, hopefully see you out there, Boski.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Bring that ring back.
Yeah, that's the goal. And you gotta, you know, like I said, you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So you gotta believe that your teams, no matter who we put out there, we're good enough to take the ring home or the trophy home, and that's what we got to do. But you know, until then, we got some work to do and get the right pieces of the puzzle ready to go out there and do what you need to do, because if you're not playing with pros, it's a very special recipe. And
it's a chess match.
Oh,
for sure. It's definitely a chess match. There's some mental aspects.
So Rudy Perez, if you're listening to this, we need you back next year.
There you go, man. Rudy Perez, future Thresher, coming back. Resign.
Ex-Thresher coming back.
Ex-Thresher coming back. Resign him. You got to resign him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse. Any final thoughts?
Other
For
than
is it 244? 245? 244.
45.
Keep
244
going.
was Frank's back. Other than just the fact that, just baseball in general growing up provides so many opportunities for people, and myself experience it. And then now playing Sunday League for so long as I have, the amount of friends I made, it's just, the network is just ridiculous. And
Oh, yeah.
it's stupid. The baseball family's so small, like in regards of just knowing people, but it's just in general just a big group of just people that just want to love and playing the same game we've been playing forever. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. And you meet people like met David and everything like that. He met Anton. Just the friendships that are built with stuff like that. You don't get that with anything else. Like you don't honestly, Sunday League baseball does a lot for people. It really does. It doesn't just get them out from their families and stuff like that. It gets them creating that friendship and culture, as we always say, for the culture. It just creates something that you can't get anywhere else. You can't get that at work.
Yeah.
You can't.
1000%.
I know for a fact you can't.
I need to send David some For the Culture fucking Bush Leaguer wristbands. Have I given you any?
Yeah, you have. I have.
It's because...
I have mine over here.
Put them up, Jesse. Put it up. All three, so I can get the screenshot. Yeah, let's go. This new one has fucking Bush Leaguer and For the Culture on the other side. So I don't know if I gave you that one, David.
No, I don't think he does.
I'm not sure that he
I
does.
got fucking Bush Leaguer, and I don't have the For the Culture now.
Okay, I need to get you that one. Yeah, I have enough. I have enough to send you. Shit. Final thoughts for myself, man. Like, I don't know, dude. Honestly, like, I'm just privileged. I feel privileged to be able to do stuff like this. I can't put in a timetable on how long we've been talking today. But this is kind of, for me, what it's all about. Just kind of connecting the dots for people. Like, there's a lot of people out there that, they manage teams. They have their own goals that they wish to accomplish, regardless of the scale of the goal. Ultimately it falls under the same umbrella of the Sunday League culture, especially here in SoCal. Like states like Texas, where David is now. Houston, Austin, hopefully Dallas. I don't know shit about Dallas other than the Cowboys of the NFL are there. And everybody says that they're of a certain gender preference. That's a jab. Yeah, that's my cross-sport reference. They say that the cheerleaders are great. That's what they say. I don't know.
America's team.
That's America's team. They're blue and white. I like red. I have a red preference. Shout out to Patriots, David. Patriots. No.
He's not gonna be.
He's like, nah, fuck that.
You forget where he's from, don't you?
I'm from the Bay Area.
Bay Area, yeah.
I am a Cowboys fan.
Damn! I just took a jab at you.
I know.
I just took a jab at you. Yeah.
Long story, but I'm a Cowboys. But I don't really care. Playing Sundays, Sunday ball. You don't. I never really had a chance to watch football, so I
love that.
Plus the Cowboys fucking choke, so I'm just like whatever.
Yeah.
See, that's where you gotta have guys bring the TV to you on Sundays in the dugout. You guys watch the game and play. It's the best of both worlds.
My Cowboys experience. I'll just name players: Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got Cowboys wise. But that was around the time where 49ers played them in the Super Bowl. Steve Young. I want to say Jerry Rice, but I feel like Jerry Rice was...
The Cowboys and the Niners are in the NFC, so they couldn't have played each other in the Super Bowl.
Maybe
they would have had to play
maybe they played
the NFC Championship.
Yeah, some shit.
Yeah.
I know they played each other, but I know they were at the time, which was in the
they
mid-90s.
were rivals early to mid 90s.
Yeah, mid 90s. Yeah.
One of those two were making the Super Bowl, but they play in the NFC Championship.
I was a youngling, and like I'm glad that Anakin didn't find me. But I was a youngling, and what the fuck do I know? There was I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a time where soda companies had their like their little 12-ounce bottles, their plastic bottles,
Yep.
and under the cap they would have for me specifically, the Chicago Bulls won the NBA championship, and under the cap, it said Chicago Bulls 6 games or whatever the fuck. And that year, the Chicago Bulls won the NBA championship in 6 games. And so, like, I literally sent in the cap in the mail, like it was snail mail. With these younglings that don't know what snail mail is, like you put something in an envelope and you put a stamp on it, and then you send it out, and then like they send shit back. And so I got all this Chicago Bulls memorabilia, and I was just like, I don't know what to do with all this, but all I knew was that Michael Jordan played baseball at some point. That's all I knew. That's all I knew, and that was the only fucking reason, you know. And so like, that's my cross-sport reference, bro. Like, yeah, no, I'm getting nostalgic as shit. Off topic, right? But final thoughts, like, don't like football, don't like NBA. Just follow baseball and play Sunday League baseball. There's a level for everybody. If you really suck at baseball, play in the new SDABL. Know what I'm saying? David, there's a new league, spin-off off the new SDABL. It's called Sandbox League. Sandbox League. They were like, fuck this league, we're splitting off. Sandbox. Yep. It continues, man. Like, which it's a rather interesting development because they're gonna do like the All-Star team will be playing in the NABA tournaments because they're NABA affiliated now. So it's interesting to me. I'm just like, okay, all right. Like I see you guys working. Like you ain't selfish. Like, you know what I mean? Jesse knows what I'm talking about. Like, yeah. I've shared some stuff, but like, you know, my final thoughts. Like, I'll be here next week, so you know, talking my shit.
And let's get David on a team in Dallas. Come on, guys.
Yeah, let's get David on a team in Dallas. All you guys in Houston.
Oh, I wanted to ask one thing. How did your final day go with actually playing all?
That's right. We didn't touch on that. I know about it. I know about it. Yeah, Jesse, ask about it. Go ahead.
Yeah. It was your last time playing in San Diego as a Thresher. How did it go? You playing all 9 positions?
Oh, that was fun. It was a blast. Anton had this idea. He's like, it's your last game. You're 9 innings. You'll play all 9 positions. So it was a lot of fun. The toughest one was pitcher. I haven't pitched in like 10 years. And so, but besides that, every other position, as a manager, there would be full seasons where I'd catch in like the fall. So that was easy. Grew up playing middle infield. So, yeah, it wasn't bad. It was fun, just, you know, jumping around. But it was a regular season game, so the game really didn't mean too much. But I'd say the toughest one was just trying to pitch after not pitching in 10 years.
We need video evidence of you pitching.
I'll have to find the video and I'll send it to you. It's actually not bad. I used to be decent at it, but now I'm just like old and, you know. But yeah, I
feel like I would hit a bomb off of David.
No, I got sync from gravity, so.
Yeah, because you throw it so goddamn slow. Cy old over here.
He's striking your ass out.
I got sync from gravity, so you'd probably roll over, be out in front.
Well, now that I know that you don't throw gas, I have reason to like sit back. You know, I feel like everyone throws gas. That's why I hit so many foul bombs.
No, you roll over.
Yeah, throw a sinker. Shit, David, are you gonna buy the meta Vanguards, the Oakleys?
No.
What do you think about people that buy those?
To each their own. I mean, people like that. People, you know, you want to get content out of those. I think they're cool. I think the little little glasses are cool. I just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, because I bought them, so that's why I asked.
He was trying to say.
I want to see what you'd say.
Hopefully.
I want to see if you'd be like, yeah, I'd love to see some of your foul bombs. You don't talk like that. Frank talks like that. No. Hey, bro.
Dave doesn't really glaze anyone.
He don't glaze anybody. He don't glaze you. He don't glaze me. He don't glaze the podcast. Definitely don't glaze the power rankings. Definitely doesn't glaze Platoon. Hates PCBL. I mean, he doesn't glaze PCBL. That's about it. All right. David, how much are your umpire fees?
$5.
Oh my
He did it
God.
better than Jesse. No, you did. He did it better than Jesse.
He did.
He did it better than Jesse. 1,000%. $5 for sure. But no, man. Like, with that being said, man. Like, thank you, David, for your time, dude. Like, I know you kind of requested this, and I was like, fuck yes. Like, as soon as you said, I'm like, yes. Just give me a date. Give me a date when you want to do it. And I was just like, you want to do it on Zoom? Perfect. I'll make it happen.
Thanks for the flexibility. I was just my schedule. My last 2 or 3 months in San Diego was pretty chaotic. A lot of work, travel, and then trying to get in games when I could with the team. So appreciate you doing this via Zoom because I don't think I would have had the time to drive up to your pad.
Yeah,
So,
no. And I'll be honest. Like, I've looked into at the time. Like, I've looked into like driving down your way just to, because like you've come up here. Like, I tend to be a give and take. Jesse comes over here every week, and I'm just like, I need to make some time to drive to Jesse's house. Now that he has a new home, but like I try to stay mindful of everybody's time. I always thank everybody for their time, man. Like, it's just Jesse's over here laughing. The fuck are you laughing at, dude?
No, the lady just walked in. She's going, penis, penis. So if you hear penis, she's over here going,
Oh yeah,
penis.
nah, don't hear it. She loves your penis, hopefully. But then back to all the hours and minutes and time, and every time everybody lends us their ears, it's always much appreciated. And like, I mean, it's just for the culture, man. Like, I do it for the culture. People listen for the culture, and it's just that's just kind of where it's at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ask anything from anybody other than their time to be on or just like a simple post or some shit, and yeah, and like David, I talk to David often. I talk to you all the time. We talk about ideas, and it's just like during power rankings times, like we talked about a lot of different things, and I was just like, yeah, man, like he would give me some ideas and be like, yeah, I definitely can see that, and help me like. I don't want to say like I changed my opinion on certain things, but like there was some things I was enlightened to, and I was like, that's the kind of shit I appreciate.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm always appreciative of everybody's time and effort that they put into this universe, I guess, for lack of a better term. But just thank you for wanting to be on here for close to 5 hours now, like as far as our Zoom call.
That's gonna be a long ass episode.
Probably, dude. I really don't know what it's actually at because this recording, like,
Just the break.
Yeah, I think we had like an hour of like chopping it up before we started. But yeah, we just hit the 5 hour mark as far as being online. But we took some time off for a cup check. My kid walked in. I was just like, "What are you doing here?" But again, David, man, thank you for all your insight, man. Like you honestly, dude, you opened up a lot of avenues for me and enlightened me to a lot of stuff. From the get go, from when we first interacted and stuff, and like that's one of the things that like I'll never forget, dude. Like, it's just I'm appreciative of all that, and it's just all I can really say is just like thank you, man, and like I look forward to like actually hanging out with you again. It's, whether it be in San Diego, Texas, or wherever, wherever we meet up again in person,
sharing a cheese stick.
We shared a 12-inch cheese stick. Yes.
Pause.
Did you guys both eat at the other ends like a Lady in the Tramp? Or
and we might as well have, because that was
we were gentlemen. We used knife and fork.
that was one of the bombest cheese sticks. Frank was there, but that was one of the bombest cheese sticks I ever had. And I was introduced to Mother
Cali
Earth,
Creamin'.
the Mother Earth beer.
Yeah, Cali Creamin'.
The Cali Creamin', yes, the Nitro
Yes.
edition. Yeah, the fucking shit was fire. I was like, oh my god, at a bar called the was it the Dugout?
Draft.
It was Draft.
I think it's called Draft. Yeah.
Balboa Pier.
No,
Balboa Park.
Mission Beach.
Mission Beach. Okay, they had a roller coaster and shit.
Belmont Park.
Belmont
Beach,
Park. Okay, Mission Beach, Draft, Belmont Park. Yes, that sounds right. Yeah. There's like Jesse. You should take your lady there.
Sure, if there's a reason why I play so much baseball.
If
She's never home.
She's never free.
She's always working. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like she has a lot of sick time, so make it happen.
Yes.
But again, Jesse, man, David, thank you guys for you guys' time. all you fucking bush leaguers for hearing us out for the longest. I don't have a time frame on this. I have no clue where we're at.
5.5 hours.
5:03. 5 hours 3 minutes.
Is it 7:08 yet?
7:08.
I'm sorry, 7:05.
What is that in reference to? I have no clue.
Pod Team, World Podcast, Fantasy Baseball. 7:06.
Oh, is it 7:05 yet? Yes, Philadelphia Phillies podcast.
Yes.
Yes, it's been a minute. Yeah, shout out to the boys over there. They don't do it anymore, unfortunately. Yeah. Anyways, I guess with that, we'll just wrap this shit up, man. David, how much are your umpire fees?
$5.
Jesse, how much are your umpire fees?
Everyone's here to be a little loud. $5. That's about it.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
So here's the secret. You gotta like back off the mic, right? And you go, $5! There you go. We'll catch you guys on the next one. David, thank you. You'll be back soon. You'll be back real soon. I love your insights. To all you fucking bush leaguers, thank you for listening. We'll see you on episode 246. Yes. Jesse? 246. All right, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace!